right from your phone. It's easy to sign up, great customer service, and faster to win than ever before. Download the BetParks app today. The BetParks app, the official winning partner of your Philadelphia 76ers.
See website for terms and conditions. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Parks Casino. This is how you win. It's time for live music. It's time to dance. It's time to visit Parks Casino, the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Get into 360 for the best local bands and live entertainment. Friday, March 10th, it's the Amish Outlaws. Saturday, March 11th, Sidearm takes the stage. Plus Joe Conklin's Comedy Night every other Thursday night. Follow on social or at parkscasino.com. Parks Casino. This is how you win. This is how you win. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Philadelphia Union Soccer, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show, Philadelphia's longest-running sports talk morning show.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And it's good morning to you. Good Friday morning to you. We are live in our performance studio where today we will have our first of our Friday open houses here. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Bob looks like a Southern preacher waving his hands
like
there.
Southern preacher.
You do?
I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to praise the Lord.
You want to save people today, Bob? Can you save anybody today?
I can't save myself, John, so no, I do not think I can save other people.
I think you.
And among all of us in here right now, who needs saving the most?
I think who would that be?
I would have to say it's Grussman.
Grussman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
He needs some saving.
It might be Grussman.
And I would like to do it. Who could do it? I am, Pat.
See, he's feeling like that.
Yes.
Pat, you don't need to be saved by Bob.
I'm good.
You're good? Bob, he's good. Connor, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
You're feeling good this morning?
Feel great. We got people coming in, Johnny.
Connor's a little too good.
Why are you sore?
Why am I a little too good? Oh,
Why is
sorry.
Connor too
many
good?
Questions.
It's just a little too. He was a little too amped up to answer that question. I don't know. I feel like he's hiding something.
See, I like it. I like Connor's youthful enthusiasm. I enjoy very much.
He was just a little too excited. I don't know.
And when I don't get that affirmation from him, Pat, it drags me down.
Okay.
It's open house day.
Like I know with you, some days I'm going to get a bigger hello. Sometimes I'm going to get a lighter hello. I've learned to navigate it. I understand that's you.
Good point.
And it works that way. Why are you sore though, Bob?
Took a header last night, John.
You and Mitch McConnell on the same day.
Wow.
What happened?
Wow.
What happened to you?
So last frame of bowling last night, bowled 2 games. I spared in the 10th frame, so I go to get my extra ball. And I take my normal approach, step up, and my left foot stuck like I hit a line of glue.
So Kevin Durant one night.
Kevin Durant, yeah. I'd rather compare me to Kevin Durant than Mitch McConnell.
You the next night.
Boom.
Taking a header.
Went down. I mean, I look like a pin going straight down. Twing.
And you didn't hit anything, though?
Hit my knee pretty good.
Oh, hit your knee. So you went forward.
But, God, yeah.
Your elbows break your fall, your arms?
Elbow, got my hands out.
Okay.
So that's good. But, yeah, hit my left knee. So a little swollen, a little sore there today. But good to go. Bounced right up. And I think I didn't do well on the throw, though.
Did you gutter ball it?
No, I got a 1. Yeah.
You know what's funny is when you try to get a 1, it's extremely difficult for betting.
I'm try to get a 1 from now on.
And you try to get a 1, it's difficult. When you're trying not to get a 1.
Were people concerned? Were they laughing? What was the deal?
So I laid there and watched the ball go down and got a 1. I put my arms out laughing. And then I got up and, I got to tell you, my friends didn't seem real concerned. My wife said something in the car like, you're getting a little older now. You shouldn't be falling down.
Oh, my gosh.
I said, thanks for the support.
Thanks for the Life Alert bracelet for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Or a necklace there. Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro. Bradford White brings you our 6 o'clock hour. And I think the positive thought of the day was simple. Absolutely simple. Is hearing Bryce Harper back with the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday. That was enough for me, Pat Egan. It was enough for me. Seeing him, hearing him articulate his recovery, talking about it, that was enough. That put a smile on my face.
I was similar. Just seeing him there, seeing him wearing Philly stuff, seeing him in Clearwater. I know that it's going to be quite a bit until he's back actually on the field taking meaningful swings, but just to get a taste.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it feels like things are progressing in a weird way. I felt like he's like ahead of schedule by this press conference, and I don't even know when they were supposed to have this press conference. I don't know when he was supposed to be in town. It could literally be like he's running like behind schedule. But just seeing him, I never expected him to be hitting balls off a tee this soon. And
well, the balls off a tee starts next week, I think, right?
No, he hit like 8 to 12 balls off the tee.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm talking about when he's going to go through his normal routine. I was hearing him talk about his routine, the dry swings and the what they're letting him do. I'm happy. Like, it seems good, and they had a schedule. He wouldn't commit to anything, but it certainly seemed like he's feeling very good about. He's had no obstacles in his recovery,
and I think that's why I feel I don't know. I have this weird sense that like he's ahead of schedule, even though he's not. It's hard to describe. It's just like seeing him.
No, you're optimistic.
I didn't expect to see him or get an update for quite some time, and to get it in early March, wasn't expecting it.
I think it's great. I think that was my positive thought of the day.
Yeah,
get him back as soon as possible. Just have no stumbles along the way.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself for it. Like, he does dry swings, he hits off the tee, whatever, and then, in a few weeks you might hear, well, we're shutting him down for a couple of days because it's a little sore. Anytime somebody gets moving earlier than expected, well, there's a timeline for a reason. Yeah, he can start earlier than expected, but then there's going to be some stoppages. Just look at the timeline. That's all.
Right.
Keep the eye on that. If anything happens earlier, yeah, John, I'm with you. Gravy. Great. But don't expect it.
Well, a little more than gravy, because I'm going to be looking at that late June where you have 6 of your home games. You only have 6 home games versus the Mets and the Braves, and they come in late June. So if we could have a little bit of a quicker turnaround, Connor, I'd appreciate that big time.
Yeah.
Could have it. I don't think he can make it back for that because of the delay in him getting the surgery.
I think it'd be wild to expect him to be, but the sooner we get Bryce Harper back, the better. I think that's easy to say for everyone. And if he's already hitting off a tee, who knows? He recovers quickly from stuff. They talked about the thumb surgery this past year, and he recovered quickly from that. So his body's well healing. We'll see what he's got, but it was good to see him again.
I know he's going to do everything he can. That is the big thing, is he's going to do everything he can to get back as soon as possible.
Sure.
He'll find his way back there. There was no explanation offered, though, as to why the delay in the surgery. That's the one thing, too, is they had asked before. There was one of the national writers was checking in, like, why was the delay? Because most people who have that surgery have it immediately. Like, they literally end their season and have it the next day. The one thing I was reading from was either Nightingale or Morosi or Nightingale was there's never, like, the idea is that, okay, let his elbow calm down before they do the surgery. That's never part of it. So that wouldn't have been an explanation.
Yeah, I threw that out there.
They throw it right. They throw you right to it. They can do that surgery whether you played, basketball or bowling the night before.
Yeah, bowling.
That's how hard you bowled. If you took a fall, you might have to take a fall.
It might be a little bit of a problem there. So I'm just glad to see him back. It just is.
It's a comfort.
It is.
You look at it, it's like watching the sunrise in Florida. You're like, oh, this is great. Spring training, it's here. Spring training's awesome. There was like that little particle that was missing, and then he walked in yesterday, and now it's just you're at that comfort level.
20 days to the opening game, and we will have the home opener in 27. So right around the corner there. In the morning mind bender this morning, Coach says only 21% of Americans say they've actually attended one of these popular social events. What are they?
Well, you gotta go key party.
Yeah, but I mean,
have to, right?
It sounds like your neighborhood, though, there might be a lot of those babies going on.
It's a pineapple place.
Could be. See,
21% of Americans say they've actually attended one of these popular social events. Wow. Go ahead, John. What do you got? Anything on top?
Okay, I'm guessing this because we've talked about it before. I'm hoping this is the answer because it means some guys have started a couple shower.
Oh, I was going to say a bris.
That's a popular event? A popular event?
That's why only 21%.
Sympathetic.
Buying tickets to the Briss.
All right, what do we,
I'm
Connor?
going to go a wedding.
21% of people have been to a wedding? That's ridiculous.
You said Briss. I don't want to hear it from you, Bobby Briss. Yes, I have.
My
I've
gosh.
only been to like
Coach,
two, I don't know.
Bob, you have a wedding this weekend, right?
Yeah, I do. I have a wedding tomorrow, yeah.
All right, what do we got?
How about the popular gender reveal party?
Oh, jeez. Hi, everybody.
Cut the cake, and if it's blue, it's a boy.
I got to, yeah. I never, ever want to be that yell at the clouds guy. I don't want to be, Pat. And I pride myself on being as immature as you and even more immature.
So mature.
But I swear to God, that is one thing that turns me off.
Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable.
And it's unfortunate because we were looking to turn you on and hear that you don't like gender reveal parties and it turns you off.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy.
Does it turn you on or off?
Yeah,
I want to turn you on.
that. But like it's like narcissistic. Who the hell cares? Like, I'm so happy you're having a baby. That's
It's wonderful.
Why do I need to learn what I was going to say?
What sex your baby is.
So let me jump in here as the guy who actually had one, not by choice. It was not for us. It was for the family.
But
it was for
does it
the
mean that much to
grandparents.
them?
But isn't that what the shower's for?
Really?
Oh yeah. If I didn't have a boy, my family name died. Like it was a big deal that I had Jack. Yeah, I was about to Henry VIII this whole life. So I didn't want to do it, but I got roped into it, and it literally is for like the family.
I think it's for the.
I don't think I took one picture.
You're lucky.
It was aunts, uncles, family, cousins. I'm sitting there like, because I knew what it was.
And then did they have a?
Oh, they didn't surprise you?
No,
did they have a?
We both knew, and then it was a surprise to them.
Did they have a shower then for your wife too?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's now that
there weren't
now it's going to be the next
but
thing
there weren't
is
gifts brought to the gender reveal.
no, there's not gifts for a gender.
There was
reveal.
a cake.
There's going to be
We might have gotten a hoagie tray. Like it wasn't a.
now they're having ovulating.
Ovulating
Ovulating parties are next for the Instagram. I say it's for the Instagram. It's all for the gram. It's all for let's. Cindy and Tom had a gender reveal party, so we're going to have one.
I'm all about the party.
Yes, we like parties.
We could have a party right now, and I'm all for it. I don't know. This one I can't put my hands on. Now, I have to ask you, Pat, you don't drink.
I don't.
I have relatives that don't drink. And when you go and they have a party, they don't serve alcohol.
Yeah, I'm completely against.
Wait a minute, they don't serve it?
No.
Wait, whoa. You don't have to, like, Pat doesn't partake, but Pat goes to parties and stuff like that, or hosts would have alcohol.
Well, that's what I'm asking Pat, since he doesn't drink. Does he serve alcohol at his party?
You want to talk about selfishness? That is completely selfish. Okay. I bought
just
beer.
asking for-
I bought beer for my wedding, like for the groomsmen, whatever you call it, like the where you get dressed and all that. Like
yeah, so they could have a
yeah, because
thing
I didn't want
beforehand.
them. I didn't want them not bringing beer because they were like, "Oh, Pat doesn't drink. You might be comfortable with it." So I brought a crap ton.
See, that's good.
Now, if you were to
Like
be getting
9
married
cans.
like now at this time of your life,
Yeah.
would I be in your wedding?
Yeah, you would be. John would be. Coach would be. Grussman, absolutely. But
Grussman would have to be ring bearer.
Jamie, and that's about it.
Wow.
Ring bearer.
Connor's right there.
Yeah,
No, wait. Pat,
Yeah,
if you're having a small party, you got to have Devon in there.
Oh yeah,
Devon deserves it much more than me.
Devon
Givens.
Devon is performing the wedding.
Oh, okay, but then that'd be good.
Yeah.
Hey, is your home renovation plan hibernating? Start planning that kitchen of your dreams with Colonial Marble and Granite. Save. Go to colonialmarble.net today. It's weird. You're going to a wedding, Bob, and you're approaching your 30th wedding anniversary, and thankfully the storm that's coming in is just going to bring, if you're in the like Lansdale and above, you're going to get some snow. We're not. We're going to get snow that lands, and it lands as rain.
Yeah.
So,
that doesn't make sense.
but it brings back to the, well, it is snow.
It's snow that lands as rain. Well,
Yeah,
if it
because the
lands as
ground,
rain,
because
isn't
the
it?
ground is no.
That would be rain.
Snow? No, it's not.
Is it water or is it?
It's snow.
If it lands as a snowflake, it's snow.
It's snow, dudes.
it lands
When
in
it's in
water-
front of you and you can see it, it's snow. And it doesn't matter when it
You're
lands.
bringing up rain.
Then it doesn't stick.
It
It's
doesn't
snow that
stick
doesn't
because
stick.
Yeah, but why
yes,
you
but it's
bringing up
snow.
rain?
Yeah.
Well, you
It's
said
not rain.
Lands as rain.
You know what rain looks like. You know
Hey,
it's
you said
no.
rain, Adam Joseph.
No, but you know what snow
Yes.
looks like. You know what rain looks like.
But why'd you
It's
say
gonna-
rain?
Because it starts as snow, then
rain.
it's going to be rain For us, it's going to be rain.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be snow again tomorrow morning.
Can we cancel this show?
So it's going to go
I'm
there.
so
Visibility.
confused.
No snow.
So we were going to have
Open
it,
house canceled.
so you can do that a little bit more. Don't tell
Real
us.
musical.
The house is closed.
Hey, Trailblazers and Sixers tonight, 7 o'clock on the Fanatic. First game back from our trip, Bob.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I brought it up because I want to know what I'm doing on my selfishly on the BetParks app.
You're good. Bet
So-
the home team.
Ooh.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you have taught me this. And by the way, following Bob's advice, I never lay the points on the first game back. It's always because sometimes it's a scarier game. It ends up being a scarier game than it needs to be. It doesn't always end up in a loss. But
Right.
sometimes the team's a little distracted and they struggle. You're feeling good about tonight though with the Jailblazers coming to town.
I do. I think they did a good job. Sixers are 9-point favorites tonight.
Yep,
That's a little high.
I'm not
Good
laying
call
it.
by
Yeah,
you, John.
I'm not laying it.
But they did a good job of resting guys on the road when they did. I think the last couple of games, offensive-minded games, are games that keep your legs about you. It sounds weird. It's easier to play offense than it is to play defense. So
Yes.
when having to do that, you come back, you're in a good state of mind now. So I do like the Sixers to win tonight.
That's my BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app. I love it. Odds, slots, bets, and games all coming together in perfect harmony right in your pocket. Download it now at BetParks.com. If you're a new user, bet $10, and if your first bet wins, then you get $125 in Sportsbook bonus that you can wager. So I would suggest just take the money line. Take the easiest game, take the money line, get the $10 wager a winner, and then start cashing the free bets, much like our man Pat Egan always tells you to do. Cash the free bets. Stash them away, and they help you a little bit later
Do
on.
it, Pat.
Stat Monarch, I know that Bryce Harper spoke yesterday, and we've got some of the sound of getting to hear from Bryce. I would love to hear the cut number 2, where Bryce has the opportunity to tell us all about his recovery and whether he's on target and everything. This is fun, listening to Bryce Harper speak in Clearwater.
Today, we'll probably go over that a little bit more and get a sense of where I'm at. Had a great offseason, after I had surgery and felt really good. I still feel good now. So, I don't want to put timelines on anything because I don't know. I've never dealt with anything like an elbow. So it's definitely different waters for me. Just trying to take it day by day and see how I feel. Like I said, I think we'll have more information after today, after I talked to everybody, did some initial testing and everything felt good, looked good. Like I said, once I was done with surgery, I took the time off that I needed to let it heal, and it's still healing right now, still evolving. So I don't know how it really reacts because I've never done it or never gone through it. Everybody's body is different. That's why I haven't really talked to anybody about it.
I played that because it was so easy to do that. It was so easy for Bryce Harper to give his status to go, we have no answers yet.
Yeah.
But we're doing that because that would be very easy for the Phillies to be able to do that if they were allowed to do that with Andrew Painter, but they are allowing his agent to potentially dictate what they are allowing to be out on Andrew Painter's situation. It's very easy to just be honest and to just say, we don't have any answers yet, but here's what we're feeling. I know that I'm feeling good. We're getting there. It's not a big deal. Whatever it is, we're still waiting on the Andrew Painter news.
Yeah, it's one of the odder things ever. And it makes me sit back and say, man, I'm happy I'm not on a beat anymore. Because it's just frustrating. Your job is to get answers for the fans that can't get them themselves. And when you can't get an answer to what the fans want to know, and the team and is playing this game, it just doesn't make sense.
Andrew Painter is getting another opinion. If that's the answer, Andrew Painter's getting another opinion. When he gets another opinion, then we will have the entire data and information, and we will be glad to share it with you. Period.
Yep.
It's simple. That is absolutely simple.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why they can't do that. And they're just not. I don't think they want any negative pall put over the Andrew Painter situation.
What's the negative? I mean,
if he's getting a second opinion and they hear them articulated, what are you getting a second opinion on? Most
I
likely.
hear you, but it's not like the organization did something wrong. Okay,
correct.
Andrew Painter has pain in his elbow. Guess what? He's one of a million athletes that had that happen. He's one of hundreds of thousands of pitchers that had that happen. You didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
Phillies didn't handle it wrong.
Okay, that's what sports is about. You get injuries. You're putting your body out there in a way that normal human beings don't do it every day. Okay, you get injured, you face it, you deal with it, you move forward. This whole secrecy stuff drives me bat bleep crazy.
It's just it is a strange situation that they're allowing themselves to be drawn into. And Rob Thompson, God bless you, Rob Thompson, because he's pissed about it.
Yeah,
He's pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, Let's just get to this. Let me just share what I know, because Rob Thompson knows. Everybody knows. Bryce Harper knows.
Sure.
They all know.
Yeah.
And they just will not. They're just not going to let this thing go at the moment. We got a lot coming up for you, including a lot about what the Eagles situation looks like as the tampering period begins Monday. And then free agency signings will begin on Wednesday. What's the latest? We'll get to some of that discussion coming up. John Kincade Show, we'll have our live broadcast. Our studio audience arrives around 7 a.m. here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, if you love free food, I know we do here at The Fanatic, well, your dog or your cat loves free food too, and you're paying for it. And at Pets Plus Natural, they're the home of free pet food because you earn paw points with every single purchase. And then you can use the paw points to buy free food, to get cash back on purchases, special sales, and more. You know, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. They've been around for like 35 years. And right now, go earn your paw points because your dogs, your cats, they love everything at Pets Plus. So whether you're buying toys or food or whatever, you can take great care of your pet. Let's say you're looking for a forever friend. Every animal at Pets Plus is available to be adopted. So you go there, you adopt one of these great animals. They're cared for by vets. They're given proper nutrition and, of course, a lot of love. They're in tip-top shape, ready to join your family. Pets Plus Natural, as I said, 35 years in the community. There's bound to be one near you. You need a dog or a cat this weekend? You want to bring home that forever pet? Why don't you do it? And they also are featuring free delivery in some areas. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Union are back home this Saturday to take on the Chicago Fire at Subaru Park.
Torres the magician. Carranza finishes it off for his second tonight.
Hear the game starting at 7:30 on 97.5 The Fanatic. And streaming on the Fanatic app. Philadelphia Union Soccer has a new home this season. It's on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 3/21/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Attention, guys. By now, you should know that when it comes to meal enhancement pills, most of these contain the same ingredients that are repackaged over and over again. Why take the same old when you can perform in the bedroom with confidence at the highest level? That's why Noxitril needs to be on your bedstand. If you thought that the little blue pill works well, wait till you try Noxitril. It's like Viagra on steroids. Thousands of men each week have switched from that prescription blue pill to Noxitril. That's because Noxitril is automatic. No need to worry anymore. When it's time to perform, we've got this. Explosive results you can count on with no side effects, no stuffy nose. We want every man to try Noxitril, so call now and take advantage of our special free bottle offer today. Oh, and as a reminder, please use the Noxitril dose as directed. It's that strong.
Call right now and get your free supply. Call 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760. It's like Viagra on steroids. Free bottles available for a limited time only, so call right now. 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760.
Every piece of land has a story. Some right there's behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor, like the Upshaws.
This is my tractor Penny. It's all about attention to detail.
But the Nelsons love cruising around their expansive Montana ranch in their John Deere Gator UV.
We've been here since 1868.
While the Caggianos drive a John Deere zero-turn mower to keep their Long Island brewery looking sharp.
Don't call me, don't bother me. I'm going out to mow for a couple hours.
Run with us and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Why have over 2 million people trusted their bath remodels to Bathfitter? When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in just a day with no demolition. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards. We've been remodeling baths for over 35 years, and every bath we install comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Get ready, because Scott's is taking over daylight saving time. It's such a big event that we're calling it Day-Long Saving Time. And now it's got real savings. In fact, it's the biggest deals of the year. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action and Easy Seed products today at the Home Depot and Lowe's. Offers available March 9th through 22nd at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact offers.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Before new Cascade Platinum Plus, I would pre-rinse all my dishes because my old detergent just wouldn't get them clean. But now I do dishes differently. A no pre-wash, no rewash, money-back guaranteed kind of different. Because Cascade Platinum Plus has double the grease-fighting power of Dawn built right in, with twice the scrubbing power, giving me a clean that lets me break all the dish rules. I just scrape, load, and I'm done. Yep. So clean. With Cascade Platinum Plus, I dare to dish differently.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Hey, imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. Well, guess what? You get that with FanDuel Casino's Play It Again. Get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite table games and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated casino app online. I just love to explore the daily and the weekly promotions. And when I play, I get a live dealer. And if I ever have any problems, any questions, anything, they have an in-class customer support team that is awesome, and they're there 24/7. So sign up for FanDuel Casino with FanDuel.com/Bob today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's FanDuel.com/Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Must not have previously placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Jamie Lynch joins us later on in the show today, thanks to our friends at BetParks. You can listen to Jamie's Daily Odds Pod, the 20-minute daily podcast where Jamie examines the lines, the bets, the ups and downs of being a Philly sports fan. A little fun, little gambling, occasionally the family story. And as Pat Egan told you, it's the perfect dog walking, absolute favorite dog walking
It's
podcast.
perfect for it. I'm telling you, because
It's
it's
perfect.
25 minutes. By the time he starts wrapping up, it's like, all right, time to go home.
So is that like is that the J-roll takes around? Does he has to work up to it on the walk?
No, he gets very excited. He gets amped. He does his run. He does his like little run around zoomies.
The zoomies
are something.
You have him on a leash or no?
I do until I let him off to actually like burn energy and do his little laps and his little run. But I have to make sure people aren't around because he's a very friendly dog.
He won't see everybody.
And he will run up to people And I only had an issue one time where, guy was like guarding J-Roll from his wife, and he started yelling at me and stuff.
Oh my God!
I was like, all right, man, whatever. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
There are people that are afraid of dogs from a personal experience.
It's hard for me to really rip the guy because it's like his wife has a fear of dogs.
Right. I mean, she may have been bitten. She could have been bitten.
I'm sitting there and like, yeah, he's friendly, and he just all J-Roll's gonna do is like sniff him and then keep it moving. But
he's jumping around.
He started
good. Would he stop a little longer?
He'd probably bite her.
Oh,
really? He's just get on an aggressive
that up.
I like that. J-Roll. Cat Burrow, not the same way? Cat Burrow more standoffish?
No, Cat Burrow's very, if you have food, Cat Burrow's all up on you.
I didn't think cats did that.
Yeah, she's a smart cat.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So ice cream? Cat Burrow wants part of it? No?
Cream, but like if you go in the kitchen, she doesn't shut up. It's nonstop. Yeah, nonstop letting you know. And every day when I feed them, I'm like, this is why I feed J-Roll first. Because he doesn't really bother me, and you do. And she hasn't picked up on this yet.
She's not. You can't speak to the animals yet.
No, and
You're not Dr. Doolittle.
Yes. This is one of the reasons why I'd like to speak to the animals.
Yeah, like what do you want? And
well, you know what they want, right?
No,
not all the time. My dog will come up and just start whining, and I'll pet her for a while, and all that, and think she's calm. And then she'll come back and she'll whine. I said, okay, come on, let's go outside. Doesn't want to go outside. Has food. I just feel like saying, dude, what do you want? Just tell me.
Who's the guy that's on before Jeopardy on the news? David Muir. I saw where people it's better for dogs to be fed dry food.
As opposed to wet food?
Yes. Well, like you know how like cans of dog food or the soft
I've never
soft
had
dog food, like soft dog food. Like we feed Nikki dry food, and I always am like when I see those pet foods where it looks like it's like refrigerated and everything. I'm like, we should get that for the dog. That seems like it would be better. And I saw a story on David Muir's thing where they say dogs, their teeth rot. Like it's bad for their teeth, and it's bad for older dogs. It's bad.
So what, dry or wet?
No, wet is bad. Like
okay.
Feed your dog dry. Feed your dog dry food.
So when we go to my mom's hometown, Ithaca, New York, we get cow hooves for J-Roll.
Are they those chewy things?
They're like legitimate like the hoof.
Really?
They can he chomps on it, and it cleans their teeth. And the last time we took him to the dentist, they actually asked us, "Did you have his teeth professionally clean?" And we're
no, you had a cow hoof.
No, he chews, and they smell horrible.
Oh, they do.
But it'll keep the tartar and bacteria buildup away. Yeah.
I heard you can't get them on carpet though. That if you get those things, like if you put them on carpet, sometimes they stain your carpets up.
Or
something like that. It's great for a dog. Chewing things great for the dog. Real hooves.
Yeah.
Real hooves. Connor, you need to get a real hoof.
Okay.
You love your family.
What am I going to do with the rest of the cat?
Now your mom has the dog, right?
Yeah, Bolt gets kibbles every day.
Gets kibbles
for both meals. He never complains once.
See, now I feel dumb.
Great work by him.
I always thought that the fresher refrigerated stuff would be like, I'm like, we should get that.
Well, I think the idea, and I don't disagree with you on that, is must be good. They're keeping it in the refrigerator.
Right. It looks better than just keeping it in a canister.
It's going bad.
I mean, how good does food have to be? We're talking about dogs. They'll go outside and eat their own poop.
Yeah, they eat garbage.
I mean, come on. They think it's a treat to go through a trash can.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But do they?
Do they? Yeah, I mean, you talk to them yet. Hey.
Well, then why does he do it if he doesn't enjoy it?
Well, here's what they should be eating. They should be having poultry from Whole Foods Market because they've got the organic, air-chilled, boneless, skinless chicken breast, just $7.99 a pound with Prime through March 14th while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms do apply. Only Coach will only have the organic, air-grilled, boneless, skinless chicken. He won't eat the regular stuff. I mean,
wow, he's that bougie, huh?
Hey, it's why Coach looks like he does, he says.
I want my chicken boneless and skinless.
That a little
just
bit.
Like he likes his women.
It's just terrible.
Good luck segueing from that.
Pat, you had some ideas about you're saying, look, the Eagles had the best team ever last year.
Can I actually transition to something else?
If you'd like to.
I know I had that down, but I another thing popped up in my head today, other than coach. So tonight, the Sixers are welcoming in the Portland Trailblazers.
Yes, that is correct.
And the guy who doesn't want to win a title, Dame Lillard.
If they have a video tribute for Matisse Thybulle, I am going to have the biggest eye roll in the world.
Good job, Pat.
And I figured this might be split because Connor obviously is a big Matisse guy. Can we stop doing the damn, let's have a video tribute for everybody.
Not for Matisse Thybulle.
And I'm willing to bet you they do a little something.
Oh no.
I would love it if they don't. I would love it if we can just, hey, when he checks in,
give him a big ovation.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, if they when McCourt announces you want to do a little, fine. But if the first TV timeout, if the fans have to look up on a screen and see all 4 shots that he hit in his Sixers career, I'm out.
I will bet you money that there's no video tribute. I think as far as they'll go, and I think the away team requested, I don't know, but as far as they'll go, it might be an extra 2 or 3 seconds when they introduce him in the starting lineup. Keep the camera on.
What do you mean extra 2? Okay, just that. Yeah. They can't
Matisse
do a Matisse Thybulle did not earn a video tribute on the board.
No.
There's nothing. Seriously,
Good
Pat.
kid.
Pat, yes, he's a nice young man.
Yeah, look, I got nothing.
But hey,
I got nothing against him. A little disappointing in his career, but I have this fear that they're going to have a damn video tribute for Matisse Thybulle.
No, it's not going to happen.
It would be the gender reveal of video tributes.
Yeah,
if they did
it, John. That's
it would
very
be.
good.
It would be the
bit.
Here you go, Connor.
Connor's shaking.
Connor's shaking it. What?
Just because you
This
love
hurts
Matisse?
me. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, he shouldn't get one.
Oh, okay, good.
No,
okay, I thought you were going to argue against it.
Listen, he was here for 3 years? He drafted in 19, so yeah, he doesn't need one. It's not that big of a deal. Whether he gets one or not, that doesn't really bother me, but he hasn't, there's no reason to give him one.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is good. So we're going to have food here today, right?
Yes,
and whenever
Nifty 50s is in the house.
Whenever we have an open house and have food, one Matt Cord from down the street there always comes down to grab some. So we can ask him when we see him stealing our food today. We'll ask Matt Cord to come on in.
He didn't even know that we had a sports station in this cluster until we started doing the.
Well, that's because Matt only is fed kibbles. They only feed him kibbles down at that station.
Well, it's better than the wet food because
well, I bring it up because Matisse, just like with Connor, Matisse was a very popular player
until
guys like Connor.
Until
he was unavailable to play
Toronto series.
Yeah, you're right.
And that really soured everything.
And then more importantly to me, at least, until it became apparent that he was never going to develop a damn jump shot.
Yes.
I mean, the 3-and-D thing, it's just like, it's, by the way, there's no 3. It'll just be D. He might hit an occasional 3.
Yeah.
If he's left wide open and has 14 days to shoot.
And I think in 2021, he had a hell of a defensive year. But in the playoffs, he was not good in the Atlanta series.
Bob, you pointed out, those numbers were deceiving.
And because, he takes so many chances defensively. He got really, to me, he got too chancy on defense. And it took away from the fundamental defense, which was good at the beginning, where he stayed in front of an offensive player, where he did all the good things. He helped well. He anticipated well. Well, then he started trying to overplay too much defensively, and it took him out of position. And as you guys saw, it got him into a lot of foul trouble.
And he had to recover.
Yeah, and it just he got, and I said it while it was going on. I'm like, I don't know. I think he's getting bad defensively. He went from being a great defender to kind of a liability on defense.
Well, yeah, if your whole team says you got to be better offensively and you can't be, then you've got to try and be even better defensively, and it leads you to overexert.
And I knew nothing about Jaden McDaniels when he got traded here. And it's a very short sample size, but I think that they've had a major upgrade in that department.
I think Matisse Thybulle was Trayvon Diggs of the Cowboys. Always looking to make, always over committing to try to make a big play and letting little crap get away with it. One of the worst completion percentages again against Trayvon Diggs, because Trayvon Diggs is always looking to make the highlight reel. Yeah. And not just the routine play doesn't interest him.
Well, Trayvon Diggs could hit a 3.
He probably could.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably could.
He became, Thybulle did, the type of guy that I would have gone after offensively because he was trying to anticipate so much. Ball fake,
the Eagles did.
Pump fake.
Yeah,
the Eagles did. They targeted.
Exactly.
They targeted him.
Was targeted so much.
Yeah, and Thybulle got to be that guy where he was just ball, and I didn't think he really. I thought he turned into a liability defensively.
Well, thank you for putting my mind at ease there.
There we go.
You're welcome.
I'll record a tribute for him.
Hey, you're going to be able to hear the Union Saturday night on the Fanatic. They will take on Chicago Fire, which I believe is an NBC show. I think it's one of the.
It is.
Don't they
So
have
what?
everything
Like what?
fire,
No, they do. Like
ambulance?
one night of the week, they have like Chicago Fire, Chicago
PD.
Med, Chicago PD. They're going to next year. They're going to have Chicago Health and Human Services,
Chicago Waste Management.
Yes, exactly. Waste management with all like really hot trash people.
I don't get
trash people can be hot.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to be like unspeakably hot.
Oh, if you go to
like
Lobster
trash
Tube
men.
and type in like sexy trash woman, like you'll find them.
Really? That's
Yeah,
what
oh,
it'll be.
yeah, absolutely.
Now are they
Not
are
gonna
they
fire
are
an
they
actor.
performing or are
Yeah,
they?
I mean, the way that they throw the cans to the curb. In a
The
central
cans.
form.
When you say that, are you being? Is
That's
that
the
a
thing. It's like,
euphemism?
hey, can you take a pair of my cans? And all of a sudden, it's like, I don't want to get into it. You got to go on the website. I don't understand naming your team. And Atlanta did this with the Flames after one of the biggest disasters in the city.
Yes, like
Chicago Fire. That's a great idea. Like
Atlanta got burned down.
Remind what Mrs. O'Leary and her cow did. Like,
By the way,
that's not
that's
good.
that's.
I know,
You
John.
know.
It's a wise myth. Let's stop. All right.
Like having. The
Why do people still say it?
I don't know, because it was like 200 years ago. Who gives a rat's ass? But
Who cares about accuracy?
But it would be like naming the soccer team here, like the Philadelphia Potholes.
It could be. What would it be? Exactly the move.
That would be
That didn't go too well.
No, I don't understand the logic of that. Chicago's got a lot.
Well, no, I don't think the I don't. Now Carolina doesn't get hit with a lot of these like hurricanes.
Yeah.
I don't think the official drink of New Orleans is the hurricane. The cocktail of New Orleans is the hurricane. I'm like, why would you why are you celebrating something that like destroys the city and brings it to its knees?
It's like
what would it be here? Potholes?
The Philadelphia
I
rain
joke
snow.
potholes.
Well, I mean, right now you have your choice of
Philadelphia
things.
yellow fevers.
It could be, see
a bad epidemic that hit in the 1700s.
See, that was bad. And then what was the 17 one? The Spanish flu in 1917.
That was raw. You know what? Actually, Legionnaires.
I was just going to
started
say that.
here.
Yeah.
So let's just name the soccer team the Philadelphia Legionnaires.
Or they could just call them the Legion.
That sounds kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it started, I think, in the.
It was the old Bellevue Stratford, right? Right, Bob?
Yeah.
But they called it the Legionnaires because wasn't it like
they were a convention?
Yeah, it was a convention.
It was the Legionnaires convention.
Okay, thank you.
They came
That
to
was
town.
it. Yep.
And I think it was the year of the
76.
Yeah, so it's 50-year anniversary.
And it helped Kramer get a medical marijuana card.
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Kramer, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
they referenced Legionnaires.
No, you know what? I'm getting my shows confused.
I'm going to say I don't remember
Get
that.
my shows confused.
That would have
I'm
been a dark turn on
I'm thinking
Seinfeld.
of Entourage.
Whoa.
Entourage, Johnny Drama. He says he's got Legionnaire's disease. But there was something with Seinfeld, and I think it was when Kramer was having to pretend to be a medical student. Do you remember that? Or
Dr. Von Nostrand?
He was pretending to be a sick medical guy for students.
Oh, when he was
Him
acting.
and Mickey, yeah.
They were acting, and they were trying to outdo each other.
They were arguing about was Legionnaires. I'm probably talking. I'll stop.
You could be.
I was going to say stop talking.
Stop.
Bob, you were saying if the Eagles right now, they've got 3 veterans that are like super veterans, if you're saying like the super friends, with, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, and then you throw in TJ Edwards into that mix.
So think about this. Eagles are going to do some stuff. We don't know what it is yet. We don't know exactly the route.
It's good
they're
analysis
going.
on your part.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, we don't know.
We could go totally one end and totally the other, and most of it goes to the defensive side of the ball. So I just put this out there. Among those 3, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, TJ Edwards. If one of those guys said, okay, I'm down with a 1-year team-friendly deal, meaning if we see it done as followers and fans, we say, oh, okay, that's all right. That's not going to,
And you're talking about an affordable deal.
Yeah. Which of those 3 would you choose?
Brandon Graham, and it is without question.
Why?
I want leadership in that. Well, first of all, I don't mind him in the rotation, being a 15 to 20 snap guy, and the leadership of that young pass rush core, even though I believe now you've got enough guys that have had some success that they can carry it. He would be the one.
That's for everything John said. I can't really add much to it other than I think that you're looking to usher in a younger defensive end core a little bit. You got Josh Sweat, but you'll be looking to to probably put some draft capital in that position, and I want a guy like Brandon Graham in the room. And also, you haven't seen a drop off. In fact, he had his career year last year. So I'm not saying that he'll up that and he'll have a better year, but
you maybe count on for 7 or 8.
Normally, when you're looking at letting a veteran go, it's because of diminishing skills. There's not diminishing skills with Brandon Graham.
TJ Edwards would never be that guy. Is that rough, Connor?
I'm with Brandon Graham. I don't know that it's fair to say that about TJ Edwards.
Well, he'd never be. If I'm choosing between Graham, Cox, and Edwards, I would go to Fletcher Cox next.
I would not. I'd go Edwards next.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have any linebackers on this team.
Exactly. What is
I can find TJ Edwards
100% of the snaps? Could you? Because
yes.
he had a pretty damn good year.
I can absolutely find TJ Edwards right now. Just the free agents that are out there. You can find guys that are absolutely would be ahead of the pecking order of TJ. Now, whether the cost is.
Right. And you could find guys who could put, like, TJ Edwards' numbers. Like, Alex Singleton was over 100 tackles 2 years in a row for this team. He wasn't TJ Edwards. Like, that guy made a difference last year. And to just lose a linebacker as soon as you finally got one that you can develop here, I might go him.
So you think, whoa. You think you have an answer in TJ Edwards?
Yeah. I think he's a good enough player that you can have him here for.
Like a foundational, he's one of the. Like foundational players?
I wouldn't build a defense around him.
No, I got that.
Really
no.
Defense. Oh, yes.
He's plug and play.
Yeah,
He's a little bit. Plug him in there, let him play. He's going to give you what he gives you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also, as what you guys talked about, they don't have linebackers. So while you might be able to go, okay, I can find a TJ Edwards on the free agent market, if you don't because you're cap strapped, then you look at the defensive tackle position and they're better at that position and equipped to fill the Fletcher Cox role than they are if TJ Edwards were to leave. You're banking on Nakobe Dean, who we're all expecting to take a jump next year, but we don't know.
Oh, the Eagles, by the way,
enough from them.
By the way, reading the Eagles beat writers, and we'll talk to Zach Berman. Zach Berman will join us here later, Bob. The Eagles are sort of on their depth chart. They've penciled in Nakobe Dean's going to be a starter. They know something about Nakobe Dean that we don't.
Well,
as far as
necessity there too. You don't have anybody else.
Well, no, right now they don't. I think, but we're going to see them shop, and by their shopping, they're going to tell us what they think of Nakobe Dean.
Well, I don't disagree with you with the Brandon Graham being the answer. But the funny thing is, when I asked you yesterday, what is the most solid part of this defense, we went defensive end. Not thinking of Brandon Graham being there.
No, you're right.
If you look at those three, as far as need, Brandon Graham might be at the bottom of the list.
I think that's fair. No, that's very fair.
You need defensive tackles more than you need defensive ends, so that would go to Fletcher Cox. You don't have any linebackers that have started in the NFL, so that would lead you towards TJ Edwards. But we all went towards Brandon Graham.
I got to tell you this, though, and this is where I will be a complete hypocrite. Because I always tell every single player, go get your money. Every player, every sport, go get your money. But if Brandon Graham leaves on a 1-year deal to go to Detroit, or goes some that, I'll be like, seriously, dude, you're going to be an idol in this town forever. You're going to be, if the Eagles organization, I guarantee you, because I've already been told this, I'm not speaking out of school, I've been told he already knows that the Eagles organization wants him to be a part of the organization moving forward. Do something with the organization. Be part of it. If he leaves on a 1-year payday, grab a payday, that's going to leave a bad taste in my mouth.
Not for me.
Really? I love him, and I love him as a player, and he's a great.
I know what you mean with it. Like, there's so many Eagles that I grew up watching that I wanted them to finish their entire career with the team. But when that team is telling you we're moving on, and you still want to play, I can't fault an athlete for still wanting to play a kid's game.
Sure.
Because eventually they're going to wake up one day and it's going to be the last game they
at
ever
35
played.
years.
I don't believe.
And so if a team is willing to pay them, like people would have ripped Chris Chelios back in the day for Chicago Wolves of the AHL, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he doesn't need to do it,
but he wanted to play, right?
He wants to play, and I can't fault an athlete for wanting to play because you spent your entire life being competitive, and then all of a sudden, because the team that you spent your entire career with is like, yeah, we're moving on. Okay, you guys can move on. I'm not moving on from this game. I'm not ready to. So, but if I found out, John, that they offered him the same amount of money.
Well, yeah, and I don't think that's going to I think Brandon Graham
or a little bit less.
I think Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox are both going to get offered more money outside this organization.
Yeah, and if I find out that the Eagles offered Brandon Graham a contract that wasn't too far off the number,
then you'd feel different.
Then I'd feel completely differently.
I love if TJ Edwards. If TJ Edwards got, now from what I understand, and I'm just trying to cultivate it by reading the Eagles beat writers, and I literally just spent this morning checking out what they're saying. I think we learned that,
Terrell Owens.
No.
Donovan McNabb.
I was just talking to you about it.
Sharp Ed and Eric.
Backup quarterback. Backup quarterback, and I'm
Ted
just
Sizemore.
and I'm losing.
Ian Book?
No, he's talking
Backup
about
quarterback?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was the next one I was going to say.
That's terrible. Gardner Minshew has been pretty much go shop and see what's out there. We'll take you back.
I think
It's like a lot of your girlfriends going.
He has a Gardner Minshew sort of, it appears, has a that the Eagles are like, go find what's out there. But if you're interested, the Eagles are not going to go with Ian Book as their backup. The Eagles are either going to get, it's either going to be Gardner Minshew coming back or it's going to be someone else that is a veteran.
You can't rely on Ian Book.
You can't.
You can't. And this guy was released by the New Orleans Saints.
He wasn't that good in college.
Saints. No, he wasn't that good.
I mean,
But think about
seriously.
this. The Saints, who needed a quarterback desperately, they said, this guy isn't good enough to make our roster, and they moved on from him. And you claimed him thinking that he could maybe be a project, maybe be
and I don't mind that if he got a space.
Type you could develop.
Right.
But even Nate Sudfeld, what did you develop him for? To lose on purpose. So you can't count on Ian Book to be your backup. And I think Gardner Minshew's in for a rude awakening when he does hit free agency because he wants to be a starter, and I don't think that role is going to be out there.
I think TJ Edwards, though, is going to face the same thing, is that, look what's out there. Go see what's out there. And
I think TJ gets a good deal.
But you think he's going to go somewhere and be – so you think he's gone then?
I don't know if he's gone, but I think if they're willing to move on, I think that you'll be surprised by the number that he gets.
I take it from reading the writers. Bo Wolf and Zach Berman write about it. Jeff McClain and others writing about it. That there are some players that they've been told. I'm reading between the lines. Go shop the market. But we've got a number in mind, and if you want that number, we'd love to have you back. If you like being
Howie could be playing it perfectly. Maybe that does happen. Maybe it happens to a Marcus Epps. Maybe it happens to a TJ Edwards. Maybe you get 3 or 4 guys back here on team-friendly deals simply because what you said, John, other teams aren't that interested.
Yeah, when they check it out, we'll find out how much you're worth. But we love you. We'd love you to be back, but we're just not going to pay you.
The door's always open.
Right. And keep it. We'll leave the light on for you. Or is that like Motel 6? That's like Motel 6 or something like that. I don't think the turnover is going to be as bad as we're all worried about it being.
Probably not.
Because Howie seems too calm.
I think the fact that we haven't heard anything and there hasn't been any word of an extension offered to anybody is leading all of us to kind of have a little bit of agita.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that could be. The lack of information always does. Andrew Painter's a perfect example.
Yeah, perfect.
Lack of information does it. By the way, yesterday I saw him at Stretch Zone, and there's a guy getting stretched, and he's a Cowboys fan.
How do you know?
And because he talks Cowboys constantly.
Oh, because that's what everybody
He's
wants
talking
to talk about.
constantly. And he's like, he goes, yeah, look at the Eagles. They're like losing everybody and everything like that. And I'm hearing it. I heard like the third, fourth comment, and I went, you know what the Eagles don't do? Franchise tag running backs.
Oh, you got him good, John.
And then it was, yeah, they don't put the franchise tag on running backs like doofuses. Said they know how to run their cap. That's why they don't have to use it.
If you're a Cowboys fan, why in the world
are you chirping? About anything.
Why?
If you're 20. So Alex was stretching me out. I said, Alex, how old are you? And he goes, 26. I said, good, Alex. I said, but 2 years before you were born, the Cowboys made an NFC championship game. And I was just like, I'm tired of hearing the Cowboys talk.
That's like Miss O'Leary and the cow. I'm pretty sure that's
No, it's real.
That's rumor.
No, you can Google it. Use the Google machine.
Yeah, but like Google, that's not always accurate.
Use the Google machine. Mike Francesa will tell you the Google machine has the answer.
I don't know, man.
28 years.
I'm hesitant to believe that that's real.
It's unbelievable.
They made an NFC championship. There's no way.
Hey, Pat, it's real and it's spectacular. It's 28 years.
That's
28 years.
Them making the champion. That's not spectacular.
Who is that, by the way? What female?
That was Terry Hatcher.
Yes.
From Desperate Housewives.
Real and spectacular, Bob. Terry Hatcher.
Make me a man.
I remember.
I thought you would have known her from the Superman show before that.
No.
Are you too young for that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you must.
Well,
you're
I
too
was
young
a
for
Superman
that.
guy.
Too young for what? A Dean Cain?
No, you remember Superman show? Do you remember that when you're too young?
When I think
No
Dean
chance.
Cain, I think of Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I don't even know what you're speaking of.
Yeah,
I
so
couldn't pick
he
Dean
hosted
Cain
a
out of
show
a crowd.
on TNT called Ripley's Believe It or Not. And it was
okay.
like, oddities.
And they would show you all the
stuff, yeah. But it was always like,
Did they
show Ivy League football?
Did they show you Princeton, right?
I think so, yeah.
He was a Princeton
with
guy.
Kyle Brandt?
Why the
I think
hell do I know?
no, Kyle's younger. He played with he dated Brooke Shields in college.
Good for him.
How about that?
Awesome.
It's not bad. All right, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate with the guys. Our live audience is going to show up. Grussman's going to put a smile on and greet all of them. It's good. Everybody coming in, just make sure, get your selfie with Gruss. Make his day. John Kincade Show. Our open house is ready to open up the doors and begin. 97.5 The Fanatic. Nearly half of all small businesses were the victim of a cyber attack last year. Almost 3/4 of small businesses were much more concerned about their security and backup systems to prevent them. So you got to know your business is ready. It's not a question of if your business is going to get that cyber attack hitting it. It's a question of when. So protect your business now before the cyber criminals come after you. That's where my friends at Shock IT step in. They've provided network monitoring, spam filtering, malware, ransomware protection, and backup monitoring to businesses all around the country since 1984. And they're based right here out of Bristol, Pennsylvania. So they're right here in your backyard. They can help your business too. They've got IT support, managed IT services, cloud solutions, and more importantly, 24/7 tech support. Do you also know you're required to have some sort of cyber security insurance for most small businesses? They can help you with that too. Don't be shocked by that cyber attack. Protect your business now. Go to shockit.com. That's shockit.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? There's a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men and is now available in Philadelphia. Oak Hills Medical Clinic uses wave technology, backed by 50 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call now to schedule a completely free and confidential assessment. You will receive a free blood flow ultrasound and get something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom in just minutes. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but is free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 215-302-9999. That's 215-302-9999. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Oak Hills Medical Clinic of Philadelphia now to schedule your completely confidential appointment. 215-302-9999.
BetRivers Online Sportsbook is the place to be. You can win up to $10,000 in bonus money instantly by playing their exclusive BetRivers Squares this basketball season. Place a qualifying bet, and you get a square for free. If the numbers on your square match the final score of the game, you win. Head to BetRiversSquares.com to play in basketball. You have the local team busy. 5 games this week. Hockey team right after the trade deadline with 3 games. And you know the college basketball tournament's coming up. It's right around the corner. You must be 21 or older and physically present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Void where prohibited. Maximum bonus is $10,000. Higher probability of lower award. Full terms and conditions at BetRivers.com, including wager and bonus restrictions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dr. Rick here. Another sign you're becoming your parents is getting particular about details that don't matter.
The craziest thing happened when we got tacos the other day. Was it Wednesday or Thursday we got tacos? I know it wasn't Tuesday because that's when I went to my hairdresser. Shoot, what day was it?
See how we all lost interest there?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
At the Home Depot, we know the world is a messy place. Keeping it clean takes science. That's why businesses everywhere have long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab to take on the toughest messes. And now, that level of clean is available for your home. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of professional-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs, so you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Before new Cascade Platinum Plus, I would pre-rinse all my dishes because my old detergent just wouldn't get them clean. But now, I do dishes differently. And no pre-wash, no rewash, money-back guaranteed kind of different. Because Cascade Platinum Plus has double the grease-fighting power of Dawn built right in, with twice the scrubbing power, giving me a clean that lets me break all the dish rules. I just scrape, load, and I'm done. Yep, so clean. With Cascade Platinum Plus, I dare to dish differently.
Snoop Dogg presents
This legendary is brought to you by the D.O. Double
High School Reunion Tour with Wiz Khalifa, Too Short, Warren G, Burner, and special guest DJ Drama. Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, July 30th. Pre-sale for City Card members available now through Thursday at 10 p.m. before the general public, on sale Friday at 9 a.m. at livenation.com.
There are many reasons to start recovery. If you know someone who is suffering from addiction, we are always here to help. Make the call at 844-REACH-NJ.
Enjoy a greener, healthier, pest-free lawn with Lawn Doctor. Go to lawndoctor.com to request a free quote today. That's lawndoctor.com.
Philadelphia's Children's Alliance presents the 2023 Bear Affair on Thursday, May 4th at the Link. Visit bearaffair.org for tickets. BEARAFFAIR.org for tickets.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Philadelphia Union Soccer, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We got some early arrivals in our open house. They seem a little rowdy, Bob. And you can make noise anytime you want. I like these.
Are drunk.
No, they're not drunk.
Yes.
No, they're not yet.
No, they are.
They are?
I have info. So I asked the people outside who are letting all these people in. They said they've been tailgating since 4:30 this morning.
I love that. Tailgating. And
yes, they are bombed out of their minds.
Tailgating at 4:30 in the dark in Philly. Isn't that great? You guys obviously do not watch the news.
I'm only upset because they didn't invite me.
You sort of park your car, and then you run in the building as fast as possible. We're glad to have you here. It is our open house today, and later on, breakfast is going to be provided today by the 10-time Best of Philly winner, Pat Egan's excited. Nifty 50s providing breakfast this morning with 7 and soon-to-be 8 delicious locations. All right, we need to find out where the 8th is coming. Nifty50s.com.
I'm pumped.
All the O'Hara people always go to the one off 420.
The McDade Boulevard?
McDade Boulevard.
Yeah,
That's the O'Hara setup.
I've been there.
The Jersey people go to the one in Washington Township on the Black Horse Pike.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Nifty 50s. People are into that. Getting it rolling here. So it's great to see everybody.
Some more drunk.
You got people rolling in. That tailgate party must have been great this morning.
Yeah. This is the most
early arrival.
Punctual group.
These are
we've
group.
had. Probably because they've been drinking since 3 a.m.
They could be.
But, this is the punctuality in this group is impressive.
We love that.
Impressive. It's Friday.
I mean, the last time we did this, no one showed up till 10 o'clock. So
I got my eyes on Erin.
Awesome.
I got my eyes on Erin. She may be the troublemaker in the group. I haven't decided yet. Erin would have been the girl I sat next to in high school that would have been getting me in trouble because I didn't like to talk.
Well,
wait, I'm
didn't
sorry, what?
Did horse get you in trouble in high school?
They're the naughty girls.
Slutty bitches, Bob.
Not naughty
Slutty
girls.
Bitches.
By the way, you're going to be with them next Friday at the Irish Horn.
Oh, boy.
For our St. Patty's Day. So you're going to have to explain this. So, I mean, you stumble over that a little bit. Because the naughty girls becomes some off-color thing every time.
Yeah.
The 7 a.m. hour brought to you by the all-new BetParks app, sportsbook and casino in one sleek, easy-to-use app in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So today, we thank all the rest of our studio audience that is just arriving. Glad to have you, and we welcome you in today. We're going to play a little devil's advocate today. And Connor Thomas has got a microphone for you. Too, so I'm going to get you guys.
Work, but he has.
Doesn't work, but he
And
told
now
me.
it's on.
Now it is. There it is.
It's just a prop.
When did you start wearing the gold chain?
It's like when you give your younger brother the controller not plugged in. It's just like, go play the game over there. That's just me over here.
When did you start wearing the gold chain?
I don't know. I got like 2 weeks ago from
Who'd
Amazon
you
for
get
like
that?
$20.
It's not bad looking.
Yeah, right. It looks real.
It looks nice. No, but it looks nice. But I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him though.
Very stylish back in the 80s.
Exactly.
I feel like he watched Wolf of Wall Street and saw John Barenthal's.
Yes.
He's like, I could be this guy.
Every time people tell me I look like fourth in command in charge of like a pizza place when I wear like the gold chain.
He's walking around asking everybody, "Yo, your sister asked about me?" Like every.
There you go. That is a good pull there, Pat. All right, so we're gonna play a little throughout the course of the day, a little devil's advocate today. So after the guys get involved, and you guys are all involved too, if you are so moved to jump in on the conversation, I'm going to give you the first of my devil's advocate questions. Now, these are not necessarily things that I advocate doing, but they are things that logically I guarantee you could be done in the right situation. So that's what I'm going to just jump with first of all.
3 chicks at the same time.
It might very well be. Yeah. You never know. You don't want to do that. The 10th pick in the draft that you got from the New Orleans Saints is a found draft pick. You made a deal. It worked out great, and you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and you lucked it out, and you ended up here in another deal with the 10th pick in this draft. So New Orleans, you fleeced. That is a gift. Your deserving pick is the 30th. When you got a pick in the top 10, don't you have to take organizational philosophy and you found $100 on the floor, Bob. You handle that differently than the $100 you have allocated to pay the phone bill. You maybe have a little fun with it. Shouldn't Howie Roseman swing for the fences on a generational type talent? Because what I'm concerned with is that they're going to say, we have a need, we got to fill a need, and we got to do it with like the best corner. Taking a corner, and the corners in this draft are there's some guys that are very, very well respected. But taking them at 10, you're overpaying. You're overpaying. There are other positions that are higher value, higher impact in the NFL that make a bigger difference that, by the way, are a lot harder to fill on the free agency market or veteran market. Do you not owe yourself to swing for the fences and say, we are going for the best talent? There's a top 10 talent. And as Pat always says, Eagles don't shop in the top 10 market very often.
So you're specifically saying top 10
with the
talent
10th pick,
cornerback?
No, I'm saying avoid picking a. I do not want to hear that they're picking a corner at 10, because picking a corner at 10 historically in the draft would tell you that you're overdrafting a corner, and that teams often win championships or otherwise with spare parts, veterans, free agents, otherwise at corner being added to their team. You don't have to use the 10th pick in the draft. There are elite, top shelf type talents. You're shopping at Nordstrom. You're not at Big Lots. You're at 10. You are going in and you're picking something from the fancy aisle. I think you need to do something bold and beautiful with that 10th pick. And it's not drafting a corner at 10.
Yeah, I know this bit is devil's advocate. I'm with the devil on this. I'm with you. I wouldn't mind them going after an unbelievably fast, slot wide receiver, a terrific running back who can do everything. I think you think outside the box with that 10th pick. I think defensively what they're going to do is plug holes. Okay, we see safeties that are getting let go by teams. We see some DBs getting let go by teams. Linebackers, Kendricks is out there now. Maybe you bring him back, whatever. I think that's going to be all right, we'll sign him for a nice, friendly one-year deal. I think that's going to be your defense this year. I would go over the top with that 10th pick to find another weapon for Jalen Hurts.
I love this because, Bob, you sort of pulled the veil back a little bit. I've got the devil horns this morning. The more I research the corners, and I told you the other day I taped the whole NFL Network scouting combine on the cornerbacks. There's no Sauce Gardner in this draft. There's none. And none of these guys went up against they're talking about went up against the best wide receivers in college football. They didn't go up against the best guys that you have to stop. So their stats and everything to me are all padded by playing against guys that aren't going to be the top guys in this draft. Pat, I say, and I don't want to do it, but I'm saying if you want to consider drafting a Bijan Robinson, you consider it.
At 10?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll say you're an idiot.
Okay.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. Yeah, we know that.
Well, you're playing devil's advocate.
No, you're devil's advocate. You could say the devil's an idiot.
The ultimate respect.
No, but I'm actually believing that I wouldn't necessarily do it, and especially at 10, I'd maybe go back a little bit, but I'm not taking a corner at 10.
Who was the last running back taking a 10? Todd Gurley?
Yes, Todd Gurley was 8, I believe.
I don't want to take a running back at 10.
Well,
Todd Gurley gave you 4 years.
Look, you keep talking about like the swing and miss though. Like, all right, you have the found money, right? You have $100 to pay bills, and you have $100. So let's just take a big risk. Let's invest in Enron 2.0, or maybe the second coming of Napster.
Well, those are total risks.
No, but they're big risks. But hey, swing and miss, right? Like let's shoot for the fan. You're not thinking about the fallout of taking a guy that sucks.
No, the misses in the top 10, Pat, are very rare.
Then why wouldn't you take a cornerback? Because you need one.
Because the corners, top 10 corners, you don't have to buy in the corner aisle with the 10th pick. You're overpaying. You're going to the car lot and you're saying, I want that car.
You're not overpaying.
Yes, you are. With the 10, you are.
No, because you have a coupon.
What? I didn't realize you had a coupon.
You had a coupon.
I didn't. Wait. What kind of coupon is it?
Well,
wait a minute. A car lot? They have coupons?
Yeah. So they send you a coupon in the mail.
It's interesting.
They get you in the door. They're having a money back like a thing for I don't know, Arbor Day, an Arbor Day sale. Okay?
I didn't realize this.
You graduated college, so you get a little $2,500 rebate in there. They're working with you. And then you get a cornerback. And you needed a cornerback. It's not like you didn't need a quarterback. You needed a cornerback.
I don't want need. The idea is this, is if you go to the car lot and you say, yeah, and the car salesman says to you, yep, we got this car over there. I know you like it. It's a really top quality car. Uh-huh. Everyone loves them. Mm-hmm. We charge $45,000 for that car.
Too much.
But you know what? And then and you with that mentality, if you buy a corner at 10, you're saying, no, car salesman, I'm going to pay you $52,000. But it's only worth 45. No. I'm paying you 52 for it.
That's not even close to being accurate.
But it is.
But it's not.
Yes.
No.
You're overpaying at corner. You're overpaying. And this coupon thing's confusing me now. Now I'm looking for coupons.
Here's one thing you have to put in it. You talk Todd Gurley and other running backs that didn't make it.
He made it, though.
No, he did. He had a good run, but he had a good 3-year run.
A lot of those teams are taking running backs in the top 10 because they need that, or they're supposed to be the best player. With the Eagles, it would be a luxury. Like, there's such a good
But the Eagles have other holes.
I know, but you're not. That's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Don't.
Well,
I don't like this side of you.
No, he's that's the idea of this.
You're siding with him now?
Is it good?
So
who are you?
Yeah, so you go out and you grab an unbelievably talented offensive player at number 10, and you throw him on the offense. It just adds to the wizardry of what this offense already is, and then you plug and play on the defense. Don't disagree with me, God.
How about this? On his rookie contract, in his first 4 years of his rookie contract, Todd Gurley had 46 touchdowns.
I'm not saying that he wasn't a good running back.
No, but I'm saying is they went. But with this offense, Pat, with this offense, it's a total luxury item. But with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, the number one quarterback in the NFL that benefits running backs, this would be ridiculous. I mean, 46 touchdowns in his first 4 years. On his rookie contract, he scored 60.
So do you remember when the Lions took 3 straight wide receivers in the draft?
I do. That was Matt Millen, right?
Yes. So they took Charles Rogers, one. That was the first one. And then Troy Williams, and then they took Mike Williams. And I remember Steve Mariucci telling a story that in the draft he wanted DeMarcus Ware from Troy, and he was all ready to get this impact defensive player. And then Matt Millen's kid said, "Yeah, but think about how deadly our offense would be if we had another wide receiver. I mean, the luxury of having this jaunted wide receiving core of 3 wide receivers drafted in the first round. That's what you guys are doing right now. Like, you guys just want these they have too many damn holes." What are you doing?
Stupid.
Well, he's a Penn Stater.
Like, you guys are sitting there playing on the Titanic, not realizing there's a hole.
Personally?
I'm taking it as a personal attack because you abandoned me. You sided with him.
Connor,
think I'm not doing that?
Connor, when mom and
My nuts are on fire right now agreeing with him.
Connor doesn't like it when mom and dad fight.
Don't lie to us.
So
I'm enjoying this very much.
So are you
Thank
enjoying?
Continue.
Connor, are you leaning towards mommy or daddy in this one? And by the way, who's mommy? Who's mom?
I don't know, but I'm a top.
I'm not saying either.
I don't know,
I'm
but
saying their names.
I'm definitely the pitcher.
I'm in whatever's going to get Pat not to yell at me. No, Pat's right in this one. I don't love the whole you can pick somebody as a luxury because that gets away from how you built this team in the first place and how Howie Roseman has turned around his drafting strategy. He became the guy that we trust drafting by taking guys that are...
Whoa. I'm not there yet.
What do you mean?
Trusting. This is the guy we trust drafting?
We're closer.
Excuse me, let him finish.
Okay,
you had your time in the sun. Go ahead.
Drafting guys that you know you can build a team around. Drafting in the trenches, drafting guys at positions of need, building teams the smart way. Drafting luxury is not a smart way to build a
Yawn.
team. Listen, you're right. It's a boring way to do it. But that boring way built a championship level team.
By the way, Bijan Robinson
just got owned, Bob.
Is higher than, and I'm glad you went to the Gurley. Bijan is higher ranked in every single scouting thing than Gurley was coming out.
And do you think he's warranted? Like, you talk about overpaying. Bijan Robinson at 10? That's way overpaying. If you're gonna look at Bijan Robinson with your first,
if you get 48 touchdowns in 4 years.
If they're drafting Bijan Robinson, who every mock draft says he might go 25th,
he could go. No, I'm saying is
you have the audacity in front of about 27 people to start lying and talking about overpaying for cars.
I'm counting. Wait a minute.
Without coupons, then sir, you need to check yourself.
I'm still
wrecking yourself.
I'm still looking for the car dealership that has the coupons.
Oh yeah. I'll show them to you.
I like that.
Absolutely. They'll send them out. They'll get you in the door.
Aaron thinks you're drunk. He doesn't even drink.
I might be.
He doesn't even drink with that one. So it is good. So it's one of the things. If anybody in here wanted to jump in, they could. Connor will get you.
Just got to call 610
or 610-632-0975 if you wanted to chime in on that. I just think it's the one thing I am absolutely against right now. I'm going to put my 10 commandments of as far as where I think things are. My 110 commandment, the first one that I'm willing to put down there is do not draft a cornerback at 10. You are overpaying for the guys that are sitting there at 10. If you tell me you're taking one of them at 15, 14, 15, 16, and you've traded back and you've picked up extra picks, I'm absolutely in. I am not paying for one of those cornerbacks at 10. You are overpaying
for
corner.
Running back at 10.
Yeah,
you're overpaying for corner.
It's kind of the same argument for the running back. For Bijan Robinson, it's the same exact thing, right?
So let's just take a quarterback. Let's get wild.
No, you can't get wild.
Let's get really crazy, right?
Where are we going, Connor?
All right, we're going here. You can introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Jack Smith.
Hi, Jack.
Son, Vinny.
Hi, Vinny. What's going on?
You cannot put a price on a shutdown corner.
I don't think there is one in this draft. Shutdown corner. I mean, is Slay a shutdown corner?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm looking at this from on the field. I played corner, and when people fear you, their offenses tattered all away from you because they can't run on you, they can't pass on you.
I'm with them.
No, I agree that it's
worth that money.
I'm not paying 10. I'm not paying these guys, drafting corners. There are the amount of teams that have won Super Bowls with free agents, with third-round picks at corner, fourth-round picks at corner, second-round picks at corner. You don't have to draft a corner at 10. It is overdrafting the position.
It's one guy at that position.
And there isn't a guy. There's not a guy in this draft who's worth being the 10th pick at corner. There's not one. There's not 10. There's not 10. If you're going value of the athlete, you're picking by need. You're saying, we need a cornerback so bad, we're going to do that.
There's two cornerbacks that are looked like, at least now, that they'll be drafted around 10.
They may be.
So clearly everybody disagrees with you.
No, they're predicting where that player's going to go. Yeah. If you're saying who are the most valuable athletes in this draft, who are the most talented football players, I don't think you're going to find a corner on one of them. Top 10.
If you get to Jack's point,
right?
You get.
Thanks, Jack.
If you get a shutdown corner at 10, and let's say there was a defensive end that went 12, that has a pretty damn good career, you're not going to care because you got a shutdown corner at 10.
I don't believe you're going to get a shutdown. The shutdown corner is the most overused term to me ever. By the way, Darius Slay was not a shutdown corner this year. He had a great year. He was not a shutdown. Bradbury was not a shutdown.
Yeah, he was.
It's a pass-happy league, so nobody's going to be a shutdown corner. He's as close as it comes to pretty much anyone in the league. You know, you talk about the Jalen Ramseys and stuff like that, but I don't mind. Like Pat said, all the mocks that we've looked at for so many weeks now, there are corners there in the top 12, and not just one, maybe two. I wouldn't mind taking a corner in this draft at 10. If they're going to stand pat at 10, I don't mind it.
Stand pat. Do you have to pay Pat for that? Do you have to have a little? They laugh at stand pat. They like that. See?
I think they're just laughing at Pat.
I'm trying to figure out what segment that is. Stand pat. What was that?
That's where you used to make fun.
I don't pay attention.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you go. As far as that's concerned.
Pat's
you think, Connor, Jack looks like he would have been a badass corner.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I'm playing wideout and I'm lined up against Jack, I'm taking the day off. I'm pulling myself out of that game.
Oh, I got a hamstring on the first pattern.
Put me in the slot. I don't want to be outside.
I don't think Jack's doing Tony D'Angelo stuff, but I'm thinking
Jack has to.
But I think Jack knows. Yeah, I think Jack right now would jack somebody up in there.
Yeah, why do you think I'm back over here on the stool?
Absolutely.
No, I got to disagree. I think Jack does do Tony D'Angelo stuff.
Really?
Oh,
I don't think. Really? You think so?
First play, needed the nuts? No, that's Jack. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That's not even his real name. His name's Ernie, but he Jack.
He uses it out. He uses it.
Here's Ernie?
Ernie. Where'd you get Ernie from?
I just came.
They have no baby.
If your name's Ernie and you're a shutdown corner, you got to change your name.
Has any baby
Jack?
Has any baby been named Ernie after like 1980?
Yeah, it's a family name.
I mean, it might be maybe a middle name. Maybe if your parents weren't lazy like mine and they gave you a middle name.
Ernie's kind of died off.
Ernie's one of those names.
I think
we need Bert.
Bert's fine.
Yeah,
Bert's fine because
Bert's running around, huh?
Well, the guy that plays Roy Kent on Ted Lasso, his name's Bert.
Yeah,
Bert Goldstein. No, that's
Connor's
Brett.
got a friend
That's
named
Brett. Never
Wyatt.
mind. Bert's dead.
What?
Wyatt's a normal name. I don't know why you're so
Anybody
obsessed
out here
with it.
know a Wyatt? And I'm not being
A normal name?
Yeah.
Wyatt's
So
a normal name?
20 people knows a Wyatt, and you're saying it's a normal name.
I don't know. I don't think it's that weird of a name. You're obsessed with it like his name's like...
No, I like it. I think it's cool.
Maybe
you think it's real cool.
Maybe on the Bold and the Beautiful. You know, it's like
I don't know, man. I didn't name the kid. I met him when he was like 20.
Ridge and Thorn and Wyatt. I mean, seriously.
Who are those things?
Those are names, and those are real names.
One of
those
those
are
is a
real
name.
No,
The other two.
Ridge and Thorn are real names on the Bold and the Beautiful.
Can we
Yeah, nothing's
please
real
get
on
back to drafting a running back?
Hey, guess what?
at
Here's
10?
what you get. No,
If his
you're
name's
not
Wyatt,
taking it
he's not
at 10.
taking him.
You don't have to take it at 10. You take that pick. No, you take that pick, and I want you to trade back and get additional
You
stuff.
never said that.
No, but I do. Is that I want a luxury item, though.
Well, why didn't you say that?
Well, no, it can be anything. Well, or you
I'm
can
sitting
do whatever
here
you want.
thinking, man, John's lost it.
No, I can tell you this, though.
Turns out, like, you haven't lost it. You just didn't explain it.
If I felt that, how about this? If I felt he would be off the board by, if he's off the board by 15, 16, I'd maybe pull the trigger. No, I mean, I'd be all for it because I want to see this offense is going to have to carry the day in 2023.
I don't disagree with that.
This team is only going to be a division winner. You're not winning the division unless you're averaging in the 30s in points.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that.
Because Dallas almost averages that now.
Yeah, but they're bad.
Yeah, but they're
bad?
Bad organization.
Yeah, they're poop water. Like, that's gross, dude.
They're poop water.
All of a sudden, you're all Dallased up.
No, I'm just saying to you.
People are talking.
Look, it's devil's
One guy
advocate.
stretches you, another guy talks Cowboys, and now you're all turned off.
Well, the Cowboy
All of a
guy,
sudden, he's
the
part
Cowboy,
of the Dak pack.
the Cowboy guy annoys me because, first of all, you're in a stretch situation, so there's like a couple tables and there are people being stretched out.
Wait,
you're having to.
You're in a stretch situation?
Well, there's tables. You're being stretched. Like like when you're going. Look, there would be people when you do chemotherapy. You sit in. Sometimes they'll put a barricade between you, but sometimes you would sit on these like lounge chairs. Okay. So you're sitting on these like leather loungers, and you invariably would get the guy that brought his wife or brought his girlfriend, and they would talk like they were on a plane the entire time. And so you're sitting there and you're alone with your thoughts. You have to put on headsets and everything so you don't have to hear their conversation because the whole room hears it. So a Cowboy fan coming to a stretch place and talking Cowboys is a little disconcerting because you haven't won freaking anything in 28 years. Shush! Let the big boys talk.
Took a while for you to connect it.
I mean,
but
seriously.
I was looking for the stretch situation. I never got
No,
it.
you want to talk. I would even have taken Luka. And, if he wanted to talk about Luka and Kyrie, will that work out?
No, but he's not.
That would be more.
See, you're foolish because you think he's a Dallas Mavericks fan, but he's a Lakers fan.
See, he's a Laker fan.
After you left, he probably segued into LeBron, and then he segued after that into Aaron Judge.
A little Aaron Judge talk and everything.
Come on, man.
Which is really, really good.
You know better.
I said, I got family in the room. So I got family. Cousin Matt's here. Your second favorite.
What up, scumbag?
There it is. Say it. Pat loves picking on Cousin Matt. He's very tall.
Guys like double my size, but
he is.
Worst rep I ever had over there.
See?
How many Temple football games did you invite me to?
Wow.
0.
See this?
New guy shows up, invites me right away.
Wow, there's a little venom going on in this room. The Kincades, we got a lot of connections.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
And this we could have him arrested, Matt. We could have Pat.
Shut that mic off. You never invited me.
Did you ever invite? Did you invite Pat places?
You just tell yourself you invited me.
The receipts.
What receipt? You tell me you invited me, but you never invited me. Did you send it via fax?
I believe.
Did you text my beeper?
He went to St.
Where
Joe's.
was the invite? You didn't invite me. I didn't matter to you. I thought we were friends, man.
I'm with you on this one, Matt.
Who gave you all those free tickets, though?
No, you didn't. What free tickets?
I gave you tickets to Hall of Fame Club.
Oh,
one game.
Now we're finding out.
And no, and how you worded it was. By the way, did you get your email regarding Hall of Fame Club tickets? Like everybody gets them.
Who? Every time you asked me to print out tickets for you, who did it?
Wait. First of all, stop doing the after he says anything. Think about this. It was printing out tickets. So he had to send an email that said, hey, can you reprint tickets? And that's the second thing you went to.
You know, Pat, what have you done for me?
I've done a lot.
This has to go both ways.
I've berated you on the air.
A two-way relationship. Thanks, Cousin Matt, for coming out today. Hey, listen to Jamie Lynch's Daily Odds Pod, brought to you by our friends at BetParks, 20-minute daily podcast. Jamie's talking gambling, Philly sports, and more. Jamie will join us coming up in the next hour.
That's so
be good with that.
I think I see his fat head.
Yeah, that's Soy Boy's here.
And Nifty 50s will be here and more.
He looks like the Unabomber back there, but he's there.
He really does. No, Jamie's just scouting out whether Nifty 50s is here yet or not. That's what he's worried about. It's the John Kincade Show, our live studio audience hanging out with us, making noise this morning here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Look, everybody loves free food. Hey, how much have we been talking about Nifty 50s being here today? We love it. Well, your dog or your cat would like free food too, and you have to pay for it. So Pets Plus Naturals, the home of free pet food. You get paw points where you can earn free food and cash back on every single purchase. And you use those paw points for whatever you choose. You want to buy some dog toys, cat toys, or more. But when you're looking to add a pet to the family, why don't you adopt? Instead of buying, why don't you adopt? Pets Plus Natural is going to help you adopt. These animals have been cared for by vets, rescued, given proper nutrition, and, of course, a lot of love, and they're in tip-top shape to join your family. You'll love Pets Plus Natural, and there's over 35 locations all over the area. By the way, 35 years they've been in business, too. Bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you, featuring free delivery in some areas, too. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. They'll take great care of you. We love Pets Plus, and they love your pets.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hello, Madame Dupree. I'm here for my fortune telling.
Come, gaze into my crystal ball. I see financial stability.
Nice.
If you switch to T-Mobile, because you can get their price lock guarantee, so they won't raise your rate for talk, text, or data ever.
Wow, ever? Verizon and AT&T don't have that.
And I see a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus and no trade-in required.
No trade-in? Hey, wait a sec. Do you also work at T-Mobile?
Well...
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus at T-Mobile, free on our Max plan when you switch. No trade-in required. Plus, you get our price lock guarantee, so we won't raise your rate for talk, text, or data ever.
With eligible port-in, $800 via 24 monthly bill credits and $200 virtual prepaid card rebate, plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credits. Stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Register prepaid card code within 30 days. Allow 8 weeks. Price lock exclusions like taxes, fees, select promos, and third-party services apply. Details at T-Mobile.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Campbell here, serial entrepreneur. Here's what our payroll customer, Laura, thinks about us.
Patriot Software and their amazing team are a crucial part of our business.
They handle the details of payroll and tax payments, so we can focus on delivering exceptional customer service to our own clients. Patriot's payroll is affordable, easy to use, and it keeps us organized. They're receptive to their customers and strive to demonstrate that each day. Without a doubt, we will be using their payroll services for many years to come. Thank you, Patriot Software. 5 stars.
Go to patriotsoftware.com to get your payroll pricing for up to 500 employees. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
Every piece of land has a story. The Upshaw's right there is with a John Deere 1 Series tractor they call Penny. And this is Shaw.
Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
When he's not cutting grass, he's cutting hair.
So every person is different, from hair tight to head shape. And I feel like it's the same way in a yard.
From front loader to backhoe, the Upshaws have the tools to DIY all day long. Run with us on a 1 Series tractor and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Guys, is everyone getting lucky on St. Patrick's Day but you? Don't bury your head in corned beef. Schedule a free consultation now at Iron Mountain Men's Health. Hi, this is Dr. Avidan Appel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. My team of physicians will create a custom program to treat your ED and low T that's safe, affordable, and effective. This March, it's time to make your own luck, starting with your free consultation at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
3 people you should be 100% certain about. Your barber, your plumber, and your tax pro. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and you can be 100% certain about your taxes. We'll get you your maximum refund guaranteed and we'll back your return for life. Don't be kind of certain or almost certain. Be 100% certain. Switch to Jackson Hewitt today and get 50% off tax prep. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Live studio audience is with us. It's the Fanatics Open House. How's your morning show sounding this morning? Lively, fired up. Jamie Lynch will join us soon.
That food better get here soon, because from the smell of things in here, a lot of people are going to have munchies pretty soon.
You think it is? I sort of smelled that too.
Oh, I'm stoned out of my mind right now just smelling it. Yeah.
I sort of smelled that too. I was trying to, and I'm looking around the room and I'm trying to figure out which one is Spicoli.
It ain't one. It's all of them.
So you think the whole
they
crew?
All came out of a bus and somebody said there was just smoke following them out.
I would take a kicker at 10. That's what I would do.
Pat's now all mellowed.
That one dude just said to me, he goes, I thought this was the Preston and Steve show.
Oh, so he got lured into that.
There's no birthday party here.
Yeah, there is none.
All of a sudden, there's going to be a double cheese and sausage pizza that arrives in a couple minutes. If I'm here and you're here, it's all
I smelled the same thing, Bob.
Yeah,
that's pineapple.
And
Express
I'm married to a Jamaican who is anti.
You never mentioned that.
Who is anti that? But she's anti.
She doesn't smoke up and toke up.
She's anti.
We'll pass that Dutchie.
She's anti.
Toker.
Left hand side. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Little.
She is anti.
Just a hit. Just one hit.
Nope.
You know?
No, she's like you with alcohol. She's like you with alcohol, not happening.
But I could always change.
What do you mean you could always change?
Maybe I just haven't found the right one.
You mean like
it's like your 45-year-old friend that like claims like he hasn't gotten married because I haven't found the right one. You're like, dude, I've known you long enough. Like that ain't the problem.
Dude, the women run from you like the plague.
Yeah, it's not.
Let's be honest.
But that's me with beer now. I'm just gonna go. I just haven't found the right one.
Well, how about the clear rum? We could get you in the clear rum. Ricky and I can hook out with that.
That might be it. That might be.
That might be your gateway. That might be your gateway alcohol.
It could be.
Could work with that. So
O'Doul's.
I don't want you to discover alcohol.
Why?
Because I don't want you to change.
It may, because you know what it would do?
Everybody's touched right now. That's adorable.
It's like we got a sitcom going on here. We got Oz for the studio audience.
Yeah,
Nice.
right.
I liked it.
You know why though? Too is that
I love you, Dad.
It does. It does. I think it would mellow Pat out.
Alcohol?
Which yes.
That was any more mellow.
It's a
I'd have to check
depressant.
for a pulse.
It's a depressant. It's not gonna. I mean, there's
for
a good
some
chance.
people.
There's a good chance it mellows you
Dude,
out.
I'm telling you now, I've been around drunk Jamie and drunk Bob, and that's not a depressant. That's a party.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Point.
When we went on that brewery tour, that was a good time right there.
There you go. By the way, the videos of that were priceless. Absolutely amazing.
If you don't know what we're talking about, me, Bob, Jamie, and a listener who donated for charity went on a brewery.
Wasn't
tour.
it Vince?
Yes,
It
and
was
we
Vince
went to
Pellegrini?
3 breweries, and I have video of their first beer and then their last beer, and Bob gets the giggle fits.
Well, that's because Jamie turned around in the car.
Yeah, okay.
Jamie was philosophizing.
No,
the whole ride.
that was great.
That's why I was giggling.
Jamie's sitting there going, "Oh, my wife hates me. She's 8 months pregnant, and I'm coming out here getting drunk. She hates me. I'm just trying to live my life, Pat. I'm just trying to live my life."
And she
Yeah.
hated. And honestly,
The video's on our Instagram account.
And honestly, she hated him before.
Yeah, that's the
It
thing.
had nothing to do with that day.
I got to drive him home. It was awesome.
Isn't that nice?
TD.
Hey, Jamie will join us coming up. His Daily Odds pod is a huge hit with BetParks, and we love BetParks. Check out the BetParks app. Get yourself ready for a little March mania, as we'll call it. So did you watch hoops yesterday, Bob? You said you were going to watch the LaSalle game, then the LaSalle game, well, with LaSalle, St. Joe's, and then Villanova.
Caught a little bit of the St. Joe's game to start, but then I had to go bowling. So
Where you were injured.
Well, yeah, I'm all right. After the bowling, I took a header bowling last night.
Have you done the Pete Weber yet?
Unbelievable. No, because I don't know if the crowd that I bowl with would know it.
You're not bowling with the right crowd then.
I know. I hear you. And then I went home and watched the second half of LaSalle and drifted into Villanova a little bit. Yeah. But Nova didn't have it last night. You could see that early on.
Darn, Pat. Villanova didn't have it last night.
Just hate to see it.
Darn.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of sympathy Lululemon shopping today.
There's going to be a lot of Met fans that are pissed today.
Yeah.
We're pissed off today with that one. But St. Joe's should be proud, right? LaSalle should be proud.
Yeah.
Right?
Good seasons by everybody.
When you take it in.
Shame with the injuries that they had. You don't know what that full team was about.
Yeah.
But they'll be okay. So we got to hope that Penn pulls out this Ivy League tournament this weekend up in Princeton, and that we have at least one representative from the city. And if they do, I've been promised by their head basketball coach that he will come on these airwaves and talk a little hoops with us.
Well, that'd be nice then.
Yes.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, some of the programs don't have to play Pat until Friday. They were more achieving. And Temple plays Cincinnati tonight.
I don't know if as Temple fans we should really be pumping our chests in the month of March.
Hey, we have at least
great.
one other Temple fan in here with us. So he's here to back this up.
So he knows too. He agrees with me. Like we need to just.
And he's got Jack. I told him, you take care of Jack.
Temple fans pumping their chest in March is kind of like that Dallas Cowboys fan. Like you just kind of need to read the room and realize. Hey,
Coach Chaney ain't walking through that door.
Sit this one out.
Yeah. Temple a 5-point underdog tonight on my BetParks app versus Cincinnati. It's a 3:00 start today.
No, and if they beat Cincy, then the next game's Houston.
That's another.
You already beat Houston. What
You
are you
did.
talking
No,
about?
you
You gotta
did.
play
But
them
then,
again.
but then when you played them again, you lost by I think they're still scoring. So it was ugly.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They've got innovative tools for small business, remote workers, and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. So the reason that the Eagles have to revamp their entire team is because they have to pay Jalen Hurts, right, Bob? Is that a fair statement? The reason they can't
revamp
afford
their entire team. No, they need to plug holes, and they are strapped. Yeah, because of what Jalen Hurts is.
Major hole. Yeah. The Houston Texans called in Devil's Advocate Friday. Houston Texans just made a phone call.
Hang up.
They are really interested in bringing hometown hero Jalen Hurts in to be their quarterback, and they've got the second pick in the draft, and they've got the second pick in the second round, and they've got their first round pick next year, and they've got their second round pick next year. They're calling.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is there any way you are even contemplating the phone call to pick up the second pick in the draft? By the way, you keep yours. So you would have 2, you'd have 10, you'd have 30, and let Jalen Hurts go to Houston and then draft any quarter. You're going to be able to draft pretty much any quarterback you want. in this year's draft. Would you take that phone call if you're Howie Roseman?
Hell no.
You wouldn't even take it. You'd hang up.
I'd take it so that I could laugh at them after they were done their offer. I mean,
do you believe that people would call? Like how weird do you think conversations get?
Oh, very.
As far as general managers. Like, I believe that call could happen.
Damn straight it could. You catch a general manager. If I'm general manager A and I call you general manager B at 2 o'clock in the morning and say I have a trade for, and I can tell by the way you're speaking that you're drunk off your ass, damn straight I'm going to offer like T.J. McConnell for Joel Embiid. You know, something like that in the hopes that you say in a drunken stupor, yeah, sure, that sounds good.
Let's do it. Send me over the offer sheet right now.
Let's go. No, you do. You offer anything and everything. You try whatever you want. I'm sure Houston probably will do that.
Multiple number 1 picks, multiple number 2s. 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and you send them Jalen Hurts. Would you ever even take – Pat, you say you'd hang up.
Yeah, I knew where you were going as soon as you said Houston. No, I'm hanging up. And let this be known, okay, that this is hypothetical.
This is all, this is not
devil's advocate.
This is devil's advocate Friday.
I can already see the crossing broad title of John Kincade.
John Kincade proposes
to trade Jalen Hurts. No, I'm hanging up. Yeah, I mean, I remember when years ago when Elton Brand came in right after the Tobias Harris trade, and we asked him, it was like a one-on-one thing. We asked him how that happened, and it ironically happened because they called up about Joel Embiid.
Really?
And they called up and said, hey, would you be interested in moving Joel Embiid? And he laughed and said, no. Well, all right, would you be interested in moving Tobias Harris, who was their best player at the time? And then that's how it kind of transpired. So, yeah, to Bob's point, I'm sure they will call. I'm sure they'll call on everybody. But, no, you don't. No.
I do not advocate for this at all.
No.
But I got to tell you, I'm having that phone call because I want to see how wild it gets.
I don't.
You don't.
Sometimes the girls gone wild isn't fun. Sometimes it goes down a dark path, and you don't like where it's going, and all of a sudden, like the wildness is turning.
Is it a little too much for you?
It's just a place that you weren't ready to go. You know, you thought you were. You thought you'd done everything to prepare for it.
Pat, you should have Erin follow you around in our front row here. You should just have her follow you around. She finds you very entertaining. Like she could be like that's a laugh track, like from a TGIF sitcom.
But she's a crisis actor. I paid her $27, and I told her Nifty 50 was going to be here. All right,
that's what it is.
She was doing nothing today, so she came in.
That's what she's willing to do at that point. So I didn't realize Jamie's standing there. Jamie, you know you can grab a microphone and come on over if you want it. Jamie Lynch, everybody. I thought Jamie was still scouting out Nifty 50s in the back room.
No.
I know you well. I thought you were doing that.
Not yet. No, I wish
When did
I
the
was.
Daily Odds pod get posted this morning?
I was up at like 4:45, 5 o'clock, so I think I started recording around 5:45.
Got to sleep in then.
Do you have that same? Do you have that same issue with Bootsy this morning like you did last night?
No,
How about
I did
that?
not. You can't blame the dog when they wake you up with diarrhea because it's better than the alternative.
Yes.
But when it's 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night on a night, back to back when the kids didn't sleep, you just get filled with rage.
Now,
when that dog wakes
what's Bootsy doing to get the diarrhea?
Sometimes she eats deer poop in the backyard.
I hope everybody's having a good breakfast.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Thank God
Thrilling
Nifty 50s isn't set up
You
yet.
guys think diarrhea is funny?
Diarrhea not funny.
So wait, Bootsy comes to you and says, "Yo, dude, I got the."
She just
Clean up
starts
the deer
panting.
poop.
She comes over
That's
the side
a
of the
great dog.
No, that's a great dog.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can't be mad, but your natural reaction when you're woken up is, "Oh, what the?" And you get filled with rage.
Jamie never gave us the heads up.
Now let me ask:
when he had the upset stomach.
Did you watch the Chan-Ho Park interview because it was happening so often?
No, but I will at the next break.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google Chan-Ho Park diarrhea. Probably the best.
That sounds like a
best
fun
locker room
thing ever.
interview ever.
That sounds like a.
When you can make Mariano Rivera laugh in the background, you know you're doing something funny.
That might have been the best performance Chan-Ho Park ever had in his career.
I gotta look it up.
Would you be as a general manager, Jamie? Would you ever even want to take that call just to see how weird it gets?
I would take it. I would listen to it. I'd sleep on it. I mean, that's you.
2 2s, 2 1s.
I don't want to do it, but you have to listen to everything. And if you have the possibility of 2, 10, 30, and 2 first-round picks next year.
Oh, no. You get 2, 10, 30, plus you're getting pick 32.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard not to listen to.
And next year's 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm probably not doing it because the quarterback search is the toughest thing in sports. And if you have one of those top 7 guys, you don't really mess with it. You pay the man his money. But it's certainly something you listen to.
I ask you because you were the first one out on Jalen.
Mm-hmm. I was the first one in on Jalen when he was drafted, first one out.
And then
here.
you jumped. Yes, you ran out.
I bailed on myself.
You ran out like George Costanza at a kid's birthday party.
I did.
You were knocking me out. But you
weak.
also, though, you fell on that sword and said, look, we all have had our stupid moments. And you're totally in on paying him what?
Yeah. He's going to get $50 million a season. I'm curious what the guarantee is going to be. We'll see what happens with Lamar Jackson. I think this is the first domino to fall, and then the market's going to kind of get set.
Would you say would you want to sign if you're that Daniel Jones is going to get $84 million over the first 2 years of his contract. If I'm Jalen, I'm saying, okay, I want to get 95, 100 first 2 years of my contract.
Yeah, of course you're going to do that, right?
Right. I mean, as far as just the guarantee.
Yeah.
Just that he's going to walk away with that.
Some way, I think Howie's going to make us all in this room. If we heard of the contract before 10 o'clock, I would think to a person in this room, we would look and go, okay, all right. I don't think we're going to say like, oh, man, that hurts. Or we're going to say, wow, that's overly team-friendly. I think we're going to be okay with whatever he does.
So you think it's going to be a win-win contract?
I do. I think it's going to be somewhere between 45 and 50. And somehow, some way, there's going to be caveats of buyouts or of what's coming off the cap, what's guaranteed. All of that is going to, when it trickles all down, we're all going to say, oh, okay, I got that.
Yeah, I'm curious what the guaranteed number is because that's the most important number. I think he's going to get like $200 million, like maybe even more. If Sex Pest Deshaun Watson can get $230, if I'm Jalen Hurts in his camp, I'm not even talking unless you're guaranteeing me at least $200.
Sex Pest?
Yeah, Sex Pest.
I didn't heard that one before.
Not bad.
You bring stuff.
Is that okay?
That's what Jamie.
I had to look at Pat and I said, "Did I hear that right?"
Yeah.
Sex Pest. Okay,
Jamie went into the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really did. You went after. You went after.
So
that
if I'm Jalen Hurts' agent, I'm not okay. Yeah, we can start at $200 guaranteed and go from there. I'm not even concerned about the yearly as much as the guaranteed total because this is a whole new game with quarterbacks now. Joe Burrow's probably going to get. I mean, God, I don't know, 250, 260 million guaranteed, maybe even 300. He should get an ownership stake of the Bengals.
They're not going to give Joe Burrow, though, a fully guaranteed.
No.
And by the way, Burrow's camp already saying, and Herbert's camp, neither one of those camps has uttered the word, yeah, we want a fully guaranteed contract. But you got Lamar Jackson wanting it, who hasn't finished the last 2 seasons, who has mommy for his publicist is acting as like his business advisor.
Yeah, the Browns
It's
really
so
screwed
strange.
this up for everybody. Kirk Cousins did it in a different way where he did the 1 year, kind of earned it, and then got a 3-year deal. Deshaun Watson.
You got 3 at 90, right?
Yeah, 3 at 90. So the Browns kind of screwed this up for everybody by going and giving $230 million fully guaranteed. Now everybody, rightfully so, wants that if Deshaun Watson's getting it.
And
so thank you, Cleveland.
And Kirk Cousins took around 15% less than he could have gotten, or 20% less, in order to just get, hey, give me guaranteed, that's it.
Yeah.
And work that deal. So it's going to be interesting to watch these numbers come out. I'm just shocked that we haven't heard anything on any contract.
I find it interesting that we haven't heard leaks.
Good interesting?
I mean, Howie Roseman.
If you're Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Yeah, he's locked in his office. He's not even speaking to anyone that can give sources to anyone. There's nothing coming out.
No, it's quiet.
I think when they extended Carson Wentz, it was the same thing. Like it just
came out of left. It sort of came out of left field.
That's how it works. He works in the shadows, and
yeah. But if I'm
Jalen,
Jalen, I'm saying, I got all the time in the world right now.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
The only thing is, if you knew Jalen's number today, I don't want to say guarantee. I would guarantee you could keep one of these defensive players that is going to walk out the door. If you knew what his number was, hard and fast, you could say C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Bradbury, whoever you wanted to keep. You could say, yeah, okay, we now know what we're paying him. We could do that. The fact that they don't have Jalen's number, to me, is mucking up.
Yeah, but they know.
They know. Yeah, they know. They know the ballpark.
He's got 10 different ways of how they're paying Jalen Hurts and 10 different numbers. And then he has underneath that, if this happens, then we can do this. There's nothing that's going to surprise Howie Roseman if something comes on the end of Jalen Hurts, from the end of Jalen Hurts.
And if it does,
this is the money we want. Howie will just go, okay, yeah, I have.
Is Jalen waiting for?
I would.
You think? Okay, who would you wait in the pecking order of quarterbacks?
I want Joe Burrow to sign because he's going to set the new tier. Like Herbert and Hurts are same level. Burrow's.
I think Hurts is above Herbert.
Yeah,
For
that's
accomplishment.
That's a great debate.
He's got 2 playoffs and he's got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Burrow's going to be the next tier.
No, Burrow's the one.
So if I'm Jalen Hurts' agent, I'm saying, yeah, we're waiting for Joe in Cincinnati to come out with a number here.
That screws over everything for their offseason plan.
Got to secure that bag.
Wow.
It's a lot of money. It's generational
Well,
wealth.
the fact that he was a second-round pick also changes things, in my mind, that Jalen didn't get the big payday out, that Herbert got.
He's only made $3.5
that
million.
Burrow got, that all them. So, I mean, he's trying to make up a little bit.
Well, look, outside the box thinking, do the Eagles say, oh, we're sorry, Jalen, we're going to sign some other people because we have holes to fill. We'll get to you after next season because your contract isn't up until after next season.
Yeah.
Well, they have every right to do that.
So if you remember, I brought that up, and then Shefty was
No, you didn't. Would you stop trying to steal my thunder?
Sorry.
All right.
I don't remember. I may have been out that day. You may have brought that up, Pat.
I brought it up.
You may have. You may have.
I brought up the idea that maybe you just let him play it out.
I wasn't here that.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
And then you extend them
with a team this close.
And then Shefty came on and said, yeah, they ain't doing that.
With a team this close.
Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
He's an NFL insider. He's on every Wednesday, 8:20.
If you let him play under the rookie contract.
John Skin deliveries.
I know. What's this?
I mean, what did you order? Go Puff?
There is 4 of us here.
Dude, we have Nifty 50s here.
Who dropped that off?
You better brought some for everybody, bud. That's a small bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. You better brought some for everybody. Start handing them out.
And though I love the Dorito brand, ranch is something I hate.
I
hate ranch.
Nothing wrong with little feet.
But I appreciate the Dorito brand. It's a classic brand. The sweet and spicy.
Those are good.
Have you tried that yet? Mm-hmm. That's not bad. That is very, very good. I don't like ranch. Do not do the yes.
They were a staple in my lunch.
Blue cheese and ranch. Keep them the hell off my plate.
I don't love ranch. I love blue cheese with wings, though.
Oof.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm with Jamie.
Yeah, nice big chunk of moldy cheese.
Yeah,
that's why
you make it sound. You make it sound so palatable. You make it really sound so palatable. You can do that. So it's interesting. So we're 20 days till opening day with the Phillies.
Get a little preview this weekend. A third of Team USA is the Phillies.
Yeah. Good point.
Are you really all in on?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I think it's really cool.
What time is it? Because the other night,
normal times this weekend because they're playing in Arizona.
Oh, okay. So it is.
I was watching China-Japan yesterday at 5:30 in the morning. That was pretty cool. I like it. I wish they did a better job promoting it, but I think it's cool.
I love it. Yeah, I love watching baseball any time of the day, and yeah, the international flavor.
Panama, Cuba,
and we were at that Chase Field, Super Bowl week. I got to tell you, that whole neighborhood is like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. I mean, it's honestly, I expected to see the Mystery Machine, and it obviously pulled up here earlier today, too.
Oh, yeah.
The Mystery Machine out in the parking lot.
These guys are looking for some Scooby snacks.
There's somebody here that really wants that Cool Ranch Doritos pack.
Well, what I would say exactly.
Toss it over here.
Well, thankfully, the Cool Ranch Doritos bag isn't what's necessary.
No.
Because our friends from Nifty 50s are here. Connor,
they're here.
Connor, the ladies are here from Nifty 50s.
And they have beef with you already.
Whoa, wait a minute.
It's National Ranch Day today.
Way to go.
How could you?
Way to go, jackass.
On all the days.
Wait a minute.
Are you kidding me?
I guarantee you there's a National Eat Your Cat Too day.
No, there's not.
I don't celebrate that.
That's not a thing.
I do not like ranch. I hate ranch. I mean, ranch is the...
Oh, no, keep insulting the clown.
Devil's fun.
No, please.
God.
Wednesday was International Women's Day. You want to make fun of women's food?
Wait a minute. So Nifty 50 sent the women.
Yeah.
They sent the women.
Are you going after that next?
It's good. No. What is it?
Today's a new find a new host day.
Nifty 50s. Don't be so sure around this place. Let's go.
No.
Nifty 50s.
Yeah,
what do
why
they
don't
got?
you tell us what you brought in?
Yeah, what do you got?
We have bacon, egg, and cheese
Oh.
on a long roll. We have sausage, egg, and cheese on a long roll. We have South Philly scramblers. Scramblers is a cheesesteak with peppers and onions. And then we have bacon, egg, and cheeseburgers. We have 60 nuggets. And we have a bunch of different shakes for everybody.
No!
There better be a vanilla one with my name on it, Connor. There better be a vanilla one because I can't eat the meat today, so I have to take the meat off the sandwiches.
Nah, you'll be fine.
That's a good. Hey, we appreciate
God loves
Nifty 50s. Here's what I'd like to do.
Birds aren't real.
I want a big cheer from our studio audience, and I want to dismiss you to go eat. So go sample the Nifty 50s. Go on back. Go sample the Nifty 50s. We'll be back. Thanks, Nifty 50s.
No, not you.
7 great locations with an 8th on the way.
I used to go to the one on the boulevard growing up. My dad would take me there for some shakes.
Oh, man.
That was my first Nifty's experience.
Yeah.
The boulevard.
John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Check out Landis Block and Concrete. They're awesome. Jared Nice and his entire crew up at their beautiful showroom in Souderton, Pennsylvania. You will love Landis Block and Concrete. A beautiful backyard paradise can be yours, too. We had a blank slate. We had a big backyard with nothing there. We knew we wanted a patio space to be able to entertain, to be able to hang out, to be able to put the grill, to be able to have an outdoor dining table and more, fire pit. They helped us. Landis Block knows all the best contractors that they work with. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, they can even help you learn how to execute the product yourself. It's absolutely awesome. They've got the greatest materials. They're beautiful. And by the way, they've worked with every HOA all over the area, so they know how to get it done, and they know how to get it done right. At Landis Block, all you need is imagination, space, and a budget. They'll take great care of you. Check out their photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's Landis Block and Concrete. Go create your own jaw-dropping outdoor paradise.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TIGER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text TIGER to 321-321. That's TIGER to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Drowning in IRS debt? If you can't afford to pay your IRS debt due to economic hardship, you can now be free of IRS collection efforts by taking advantage of a special IRS tax hardship program. This program allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent tax debt once and for all. In some cases, maybe even reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Simply dial 800-305-7036 if you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have years of unfiled tax returns. Help is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-305-7036 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-305-7036 to see if you qualify. That's 800-305-7036.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next-day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
Penalty is charged. If you are a personal injury attorney in the Philadelphia area, we dare you to Google who's the best lawyer near me. If your firm does not show up on the first page of the search results, then you are guilty of marketing malpractice.
For as little as $499 per month, BuildMeABetterSite.com will create and manage your website to ensure your law firm shows up for new clients who are ready to sign. Visit BuildMeABetterSite.com for your free demo.
BuildMeABetterSite.com is a small business resource of 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, it's Cuz for Royal Billiard and Recreation, the Delaware Valley's ultimate game room store since 1982. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, foosball, darts. Royal Billiard is the game room store for all your man cave needs. Royal Billiard sales and service teams, the best in the industry, help you choose the right products for your home, install them with a smile. Custom and pre-made bars, bar and counter stools, hot tubs by Nordic, and you name it. Visit the new Royal Billiard showroom in Colmar, Pennsylvania, or at royalbilliard.com. Bring home the fun. Royal Billiard and Recreation.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Philadelphia Union Soccer, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, it's the 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. Connor Thomas, why is it so quiet in here?
Nifty 50s.
Because
everybody's getting their nifty 50s.
Yeah, I'm the only person sitting in the audience right now. I don't even know where Pat is.
They're all getting their nifty 50s on.
There he is.
By the way, Abington is the soon-to-be 8th location for nifty 50s. So they do a great, great job.
Love Abington. They got a Penn State satellite campus there. Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a selling point to me?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Pat, I don't think that's a selling point to Abington. In fact, I think housing values just went down.
If they had nifty 50s in Abington when I was going to college, then I actually probably would have chosen Penn State.
Wait, there's one in Abington?
That's the new that's coming. That's coming.
That's right
nifty
by me.
50s is coming to Abington.
That's not far from me. That's good stuff.
Where do they not have a Penn State campus? Is what I want to know.
I think they got one on the moon at this point.
Seems like there is one.
I know Abington because we had benches clearer against them in college. We played them.
Keep talking about it.
There's a big one?
Yeah.
We had the Springsteen Glory Days song.
Don't look at me, man.
You just
saying it was
you're
good.
I'm saying Pat, you're two-fisting, too. You're doing the sandwich. You're doing the milkshake, too.
Not the first time I've double-fisted.
The nifty 50s milkshake. 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. Check out Jamie Lynch's Daily Odds Pod. We're expecting Mark Jackson to be joining us.
Nice.
Let's talk a little Sixers basketball.
Yeah, I was talking with Bob out in the lobby there. It's
Bob talks to you during breaks?
Occasionally.
That's good.
Yeah, he gives me some time.
I get stuck.
If if you can ignore the clear Achilles of the Sixers, which is their bench unit, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid might be the best big three in the NBA right now. They're playing that good of basketball. They're getting me really excited for postseason.
Yeah, and I wonder, James, we've talked about this a little bit. I wonder your thoughts on it. Can you change the trend? Can you go into an NBA playoff season and say we're going to outscore teams?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
It's probably not easy. You can't rely on it every single night.
Because that's what they're going to have to do, right?
It appears that way.
Did Golden State do that to win their championships?
No,
even though you do have guys that they did have some guys that have clamped down.
I believe now they're 22-4 on the season when they score over 115 points. So
that's really good.
Yeah. So if you can, you can. Like the potential is there to do it.
It's a navigational 115 is not a ridiculous number for this team to get to at all.
No, not at all.
You still have Joel Embiid, but the perimeter defense is what kills you.
Oh my God!
Give that number again. 22-4.
It's either 21-4 or 22-4. I forget. Yeah, they scored over 115 the other night.
They did.
So I believe it's 22-4 now, scoring over 115.
Okay, that's
you can catch all that and more on the Daily Odds Pod.
I know. It's very good.
Yeah,
that is very, very good.
To your point, yeah, they can outscore teams. They're pretty good at it.
You're right
yeah.
there.
By the way, they've won 85% of their games then when they score 115.
Yeah, you'll take that.
No, I absolutely will take that.
Yeah.
I've been trying this week, last 3 days or so, to just say, I know all the negative, intrusive thoughts I have in my head about the Sixers and their failures.
Sure.
So I've been trying to find all the things that point to me.
And I totally get it.
You came up with the best one, though. That's the best one to me because I think 115 ain't a problem at all.
No, that should be very obtainable in today's NBA. I mean, you're seeing halftime scores now. I mean, even from when Bob was covering the team no more than a decade ago, you're seeing halftime scores now that are like 82-78. The numbers are just astronomical. Individual numbers, player like it's a whole new game, and it's there's a lot of points. And you got one of the best scoring big threes in the entire league to go at it.
Yeah, and we talk about how when it gets to the playoffs, and rightfully so, that the game slows down, it becomes more of a defensive game, all of that. But that was done when the offensive games during the regular season weren't as crazy as they are now. Like, James, the other night, I read, when we got on the show one morning, I read the scores from the night before.
Oh, it's wild.
I mean, it was 120 to 140. Between 120 and 140 was the norm.
Yeah.
And you had 18 guys on that given night that scored 30 or more points. Like, I don't know. Yes, will defense play more of a role in the playoffs? Yes, but I don't think it can take it down to the, 90s and early 100s.
The days of the 90s are probably over in the NBA.
Yeah.
Even with ratcheted up defense.
Miami can get things down, though. Don't you think a playoff series against Miami, you could think about betting some unders?
Playoffs are different for sure. I mean,
when playoff series comes.
Possibly. You kind of have to get a feel for it in the first game or two. I wouldn't dive in game one with an under. You know what I mean? But if you get a sense for the series, Spoelstra's kind of a genius when it comes to that stuff, so you want to consider it, yeah. But
what were you thinking tonight with Bob? What was your
I like
number?
the Blazers tonight, Sixers to win, Blazers to cover. I think that's a little bit too – because it's you. You're in my brain every time a team returns.
See, that's
from
what I
a
did.
road
I said
trip.
it earlier.
And I always think, well, Bob always says the first game back home from a road trip's the toughest one to get up for.
He's mind-effing you.
Yeah, you
if
say it
Bob
like
told
that.
you, if Bob told you to jump off a bridge, you jump him?
But I'm right. Like
you tend to be right.
Well, that's why it's in my brain, because you're right. And now I think about it every time. Like Minnesota the other night, when they trounced them. That was Minnesota's first game back home after a trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, that damn Bob
Dude,
Cooney.
Bob owns
You're
you.
damning me when I'm giving you good advice.
Bob owns
Now,
you, man.
I agree with you about tonight. 9's a big number.
Yeah.
They're giving 9 to Portland. That's a big number. Portland did just get trounced a couple nights ago by Boston, who hadn't been playing well.
Sixers
so.
win, Blazers cover.
Okay.
That's my thought.
I don't have
I like
a problem
that.
so much with that.
I really like that one.
I don't have that much of a problem with you, James.
And taking Bede and Dame overs. They're both 32.5 on BetParks. I have a feeling this is a
show me game.
Yeah.
Did you see the I know you're not none of us are big first take guys. Did you see the first take apology for Kendrick Perkins?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they made Molly Querim do it.
What?
They made Molly Querim go on and go, Kendrick Perkins said the majority of voters for the in the NBA are voting for MVP because they're white guys. Like that was what he claimed.
Yeah,
and then he said,
to it, yeah.
and then he said, he goes, "What do they all have in common?"
Yeah,
he was alluding to them all being white.
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, we reviewed the 100 people that voted for MVP, and it's not. You cannot say that it is the." That's the reason that he's being.
He should have to apologize. I mean,
he should have to. He should be behind a microphone and say, "You're pulling crap like that out there." You should have to go. You know what? I sounded like an ass. And by the way, I inserted race into something where it did not belong.
Yeah.
And they let Molly Querim do it.
That's a rough look.
It's supposed
if I'm not mistaken, it is public knowledge what writers vote.
Yeah, they had the list.
They make it
They
public.
took the list and they said he was in error. Inserting that it's like all these white guys are voting for because they can tell who you voted for too.
Well, and Jamie's talked about the fact
that's what I was-
the fact that Ringer has like 7 votes
I
for
know,
MVP is a joke.
But real quick, I was talking about this with my cousin the other day. Does Nikola Jokic, he's a great player, and I'm
He
not
is.
taking anything away from him. Does he feel like a 3-time MVP to you?
No.
It doesn't feel
And
like
3 in a
it's
row.
justified.
You know what it is? 3 in a row.
Yeah,
It's-
like when you think of a 3-time back-to-back MVP, you think of somebody that's playing in conference finals and NBA finals.
Yeah.
At least 2 of those. Like LeBron was carrying scrubs to the NBA finals, no
It
problem.
reminds me a little bit of when Rudy Gobert was winning Defensive Players of the Year over Ben Simmons. And I'm talking like good Ben Simmons, not bad Ben Simmons.
Right.
When it was like, all right, so this is all just the stat nerds creating random analytical stats to make their narrative, and they've moved on from Rudy Gobert to Jokic.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's a joke. Like, it's legitimately an NBA joke of, I can't believe this guy's actually going to win 3 MVPs in a row when everybody in the world knows that Joel Embiid is the best player. Every time they go head-to-head, Joel Embiid cooks that.
Or Giannis.
It's cooked
Giannis
Serbian.
and Joel. Look, and this isn't the MVP debate anymore. It's just like, get off Jokic's jock already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
That'd be Jokic.
That's horrible.
That's
Damn
right,
it, Bob.
Bob. That's really good.
That's horrible.
That was really good on the fly. Hey, at Jefferson Health, there. At Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers that push beyond what's possible. Health care that's rooted in care. Jefferson Health, uncompromising care. Look who's back. Our studio audience is back.
Hey, they're here.
So what we've learned today.
Next break, they're going out to the van.
Nifty 50s. Nifty 50s above the John Kincade show.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned that. If the clown pulls up in the van and says free Nifty 50s, they're all running. They're piling in. They're ignoring their parents.
Guess what?
They're
I'm
doing
the first
everything
one.
to get in, and you're running first.
I was pissed off when I saw you coming back. John Kincade show, we're live, and I was like, "What the f, man?" Like that break was about 2 minutes long.
Oh,
I got a bacon, egg, and cheese here that I haven't even dove into yet. I was livid. So I'm.
You're getting into that.
I've shifted from I used to be a bacon, egg, and cheese over everything guy. Now I'm a sausage, egg, and cheese over everything.
Oh, congrats! Welcome to the club.
You love the sausage.
I
just want to let you know, you can turn around and you can see the man whose club you're in.
Sausage is better coverage. Bacon doesn't cover.
I'm with these two.
Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean better coverage?
Well, if you get the patty, it covers the Kaiser roll or the bagel perfectly. Bacon, you don't get the equal distribution throughout.
You're getting a lot of nods in the.
It's simple geometry.
Yeah.
You're all in Big Sausage's pocket. That's the problem.
If there's any pocket I want to be in, it's Big Sausage.
That's not what I've heard.
Big sausage in my pocket.
Jimmy Dean owns you.
That's fine. That's
Jimmy
fine.
Dean, yes. Well, our friends at
Good
Nifty
man.
50s, we thank them. The 10-time Best of Philly winner, Nifty 50s restaurant with 7 and soon to be 8 locations. It's Abington. I opened the envelope. It's Abington.
That's great. That's right by
Danny,
me.
you're going to get that.
Looking forward to some shake dates with my girls.
See, Abington property values just went back up. Not the Penn State satellite campus. Now you get the Nifty 50s. Everything recovers there and gets it going. Okay, another devil's advocate for you here. A little. If the Eagles are going to lose Javon Hargrave, still with years left in his prime.
See, Cleveland's the new rumor for him.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bradbury, still with years left in his prime. C.J. Gardner-Johnson just entering his prime. If they're going to lose those kind of talents, why in the world are you going to wander down the path of doing the mistake you did last time you won a Super Bowl? Why are you going to give out lifetime appreciation contracts because you like Fletcher Cox, you like Brandon Graham? And more importantly, would this not be the time to maybe say, move away from Jason Kelce?
No, there's never the time for that. I don't think you want to lose BG and Kelce because they're the respective leaders of each unit. I think there's value in that, especially with the culture they've built here. Jason Kelce's still at the top of his game.
All pro, best as it.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
That's if he wants to come back.
He's going to come back. I feel it.
Do you have information the Eagles don't?
No,
because the Eagles do not know. Reportedly,
I'm the least person in the know.
Well, they say they don't know.
They know.
Man, they would be the first.
So you're saying they know?
I think all right, you're Jason.
Well, then
Kelce.
why wouldn't they say it if they knew?
Maybe he doesn't want them to say it. Maybe no, they know as much as they need to know. It's not like
okay,
right,
I'm confused.
If I'm Howie Roseman and you're Jason Kelce and I call you, I say, hey, just want to know where you at, and he says, haven't made a decision yet. Well, they know that. They know.
Oh no. What I'm saying is it, but not knowing is it hurts them. Not knowing if Jason
Well, if Howie goes to Kelce and says, I need to know by this weekend because I got to do some stuff, he'll know. And maybe he'll say, if you don't want to put it out there yet, that's fine. Yeah, I don't, but move forward knowing that, yeah, I'm coming back.
I mean, I don't want a all-pro center to move on either, but I also don't want it to be, yeah, well, I'll get back to you in May.
I don't think he would show the team that disrespect.
No, me neither.
Because
the league year begins on Tuesday. Wednesday.
Technically Monday with the
Exactly,
legal tampering.
So, I mean, it would be the time to say, tell us what you're doing, because that is $14 million. You could have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson here.
He's way
you could have
deeper
somebody
than
here.
any athlete. I mean, he married a girl from Havertown. He said he's going to live here from life. His dad lived here. He's going to work for the team one day. There's no way he shows the team that little respect of dragging them through it.
So by Wednesday, we'll know the answer then.
I think they already know.
I do too.
I think they have an idea.
They already know. Yeah.
Because Monday it's go. I mean, Wednesday it starts, but Monday you're going to see guys start to agree to terms.
I mean, when did he announce last year?
I have to look that up.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm assuming it was probably after the league year started. But he has an idea.
Yeah.
Well, I bet he has an idea. I hope he has an idea.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure he told him.
I think Sayamalu's gone, and because of that, you have to know because Juergens is the contingency plan to one of them.
We'll ask Zach Berman about it. Zach Berman will join us coming up, and we'll have a chance to talk to Zach, and he'll get to the bottom of it because I'm reading Eagles beat writers saying the Eagles do not know.
Yeah, they do.
Whether he's coming back. Okay.
I guarantee Berman doesn't know if they know or not.
Yes, I'm saying is they say they do not know. The guys that report on the team every day that are there say the Eagles do not know his status, whether he's coming back or not.
But the Eagles probably know. You don't think the Eagles have some inclination of whether he's coming back or not?
Well, there'd be no reason to hide it if they knew.
Sure it is. You're bargaining with people that are free agents, all of those things.
Yeah, but your bargaining is better if you know that if you already know what you got coming back.
But maybe
we don't need to know
maybe he wants to do like a birth announcement. You know?
Oh, no,
maybe he wants to do like an I'm coming back announcement, and he's got to plan it. And he doesn't want.
Well, he just had the kid 2 weeks ago, so that's a good green screen. So maybe they use that for the social.
There you go.
There you go.
Mark Jackson's going to join us. Talk a little Sixers basketball coming up next.
Fully birthed man
Here in the studio. John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Jamie Lynch is here today because of BetParks. I love BetParks, and BetParks loves you. If you're a new user right now, how about betting $10 and you're going to get $125 in sportsbook bonus if your first bet wins? That's a fantastic deal. Pick the easiest bet on the board, bet $10 on it, and you'll be taking care of business. New users bet 10, get $125 in sportsbook bonus if your first bet's a winner. Bet on golf, basketball, hockey, and more. You got the NCAA tournament going on. You got college basketball tournaments and everything. Bet $10, get $125 in sports bonus if your first bet wins. So download the app, be part of the action with BetParks Sportsbook and Casino. You got to be 21 and older and present in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Terms and conditions apply. See BetParks.com for full details. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
If you don't like it, go on the internet and complain.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Union are back home this Saturday to take on the Chicago Fire at Subaru Park.
Torres the magician. Carranza finishes it off for his second tonight.
Hear the game starting at 7:30 on 97.5 The Fanatic and streaming on the Fanatic app. Philadelphia Union Soccer has a new home this season. It's on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey guys, are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? There's a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men and is now available in Philadelphia. Oak Hills Medical Clinic uses WAVE technology, backed by 50 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call now to schedule a completely free and confidential assessment. You will receive a free blood flow ultrasound and get something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom in just minutes. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but is free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 215-302-9999. That's 215-302-9999. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Oak Hills Medical Clinic of Philadelphia now to schedule your completely confidential appointment. 215-302-9999.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Jaffel here, serial entrepreneur. Business owners, are you aware that your current payroll provider is overcharging you? Don't believe me? Get on PatriotSoftware.com to instantly see what payroll for 1 to 500 employees should cost you. Also, don't fall for gimmicks your current payroll provider will use to justify their higher prices, like bundling in extra HR services you really don't need. And don't let them lock you into an annual contract. Patriot Software doesn't make you sign an annual contract. These are just a few reasons our payroll customers rate us 4.9 out of 5 stars. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Could you be the person who gives a kid their forever family? Across Pennsylvania, kids in foster care are waiting for a family of their own.
My name's Tori, and I want to be adopted because I want a home that I'll never leave, will care for me the right way, and just get that second chance at a new life.
Meet the kids and learn how you can become a foster or adoptive parent. To learn more, visit adoptpakids.org. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home from so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live and probably like the same pizza place you do. Put
the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Home improvement contractor registration numbers are available at CertaPro.com.
Nothing brings families together like a world-famous tomato pie from Corpalese Bakery and Deli. 4 generations of pride go into everything on the Corpalese menu, including hand-carved deli meats and cheeses, freshly baked breads, rolls, cookies and pies, hoagies and party trays, specialty cakes and stromboli. Go back to a better time at Corpalese Bakery and Deli in Norristown, Audubon, and Limerick. Want to join the Corpalese family? Apply today at corpalesebakery.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome back, John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. The live studio audience here today on our open house. And we got big news. We got big news for the audience that on Fridays soon now, we will begin going to First Friday. So it's not like your local parish. This is First Friday every single month. The first Friday, we'll enjoy an open house broadcast like this. We will open it up for people to be able to come on out, have a breakfast with us, be part of the show. And we thank everybody that has been enjoying these broadcasts. Mark Jackson's with us.
Yes,
Little
yes.
Sixers basketball.
Yes, hello.
Mark's smart enough, too, being here today, talking hoops with Bob. And I love the fact that, Mark, you talked about the fact that your love for Catholic League basketball put a smile on my face.
Absolutely
put a smile on my face.
It's awesome. I mean, the doubleheaders down there. I went to a PCL school, LaSalle. They're not.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not well represented in the semifinals these days.
I
But
had a good coach.
yes, but the whole environment down at the Palestra, when you see high school basketball at that level, is truly one of the gems of the city.
Absolutely. For 10 years, my oldest son is 16 now, Sharif. When he was born, we moved to Tampa, Florida. So I raised him in Tampa, Florida. We just moved back here maybe 5-6 years ago from Tampa. And it was funny. Every year I would bring him here. Even though I was doing Sixers, I was also doing some college basketball. But every year I would bring him here, my sons, and we would go to the Catholic League playoffs in the Palestra, a Sixers game, and a Temple game.
It's awesome.
All within like 4 or 5 days.
They just love
They've
it.
been doing this since they was 1.
Yeah.
So as they start getting older, like, so Dad, this school we coming to? I said, you know it.
But tell me why all week long I've been trying to come up with. I've got that Sixers PTSD. All the second round defeats, all the failing to
everyone
meet
does.
expectations. So I'm trying to do the cleanse this week.
Okay.
So every day coming with things to say, convince myself this is going to be different. You got great eyeballs on this thing. Why is this year? Why does it have the great potential to be different than what we've seen in the past?
But I don't like the word potential, but that's the word we got to use.
Yeah, because I can't say it until I see it.
Exactly. So the thing that is so different for me this year is this is the most complete team under Joel Embiid. This is by far the most complete team with the shooters, with the defenders, with the toughness, with the scoring. And, Doc got to be the best version of himself he can be, and that's Doc. With that being said, this is the best overall version of a 76 team since the process ended. So that's a good way to look at it, as well as, man, Joel, we know he's playing lights out, but can we be honest here? Joel in the past has had these crazy injuries that's come out of nowhere. So it kind of make us, well, maybe, it's going to happen. Even Joel said in a post-game interview a couple of weeks ago, he said, hopefully I don't get no more freak accidents. He said, I'm sensing a big run this year, And then you look at his counterparts. We had Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was a great addition to this team. He was Jimmy the Butler. We love him. We love what he did with the city when he was here. But we do have James Harden. And James Harden is playing incredible basketball. I mean, people say, and I'm a man of people. I'm from Philadelphia, born in Philadelphia, live in Center City, Philadelphia. So when I walk down the street, these are my conversations daily. And people say, but James hasn't played well in the playoffs in a year. I said, okay, so let's look at that. Let's say worst case scenario, James doesn't have a great playoff run. We also got a guy named Maxey, who is playing lights out basketball. He's young, and like that. Sometimes youngness can kind of lead you down the wrong path, but sometimes youngness makes you forget about stuff and make you keep jacking, and that's what he's doing. He's playing incredible basketball. And I'm about to make a name that a lot of people don't want to hear, but Tobias Harris is not a bad fourth option.
Not at all.
I mean, people say, I know unfortunately players are judged on their contracts, and that's why he gets so much heat, but he's not a bad player. And if he's your fourth option, that's an incredible fourth option. I'll put that fourth option versus anybody else in the league.
This team interests me, Mark, because I think they're going to have to outscore teams in the playoffs. And that's not usually how you label NBA playoff basketball. It's half court, it's defense, it's, possession for possession. I don't think this team's built like that. I think they just have to outscore. They're going to give up. We see what their perimeter defense is. We see what their weaknesses are defensively. Is that okay? Is that a good thing? Is that an okay thing going into a playoff saying we're going to outscore teams?
Golden State did it many years.
Yeah.
Golden State was top 3, top 4 in the NBA scoring every year during their dynasty run.
But who's Draymond on this team?
Oh, great question. I think
PJ Tucker. Yeah.
And here's another. PJ Tucker and McDaniels. I like McDaniels. I like that new pickup. And he's going to get more playing time than a lot of people expect. And I'm like, why is this guy playing so much? Because he's doing little things. But back to your thing, they do have to outscore teams, and I believe they can. One thing that makes this team so unique, when the Sixers, this playoff gets half-court basketball, I think Joel Embiid has proven in half-court basketball he's the biggest, baddest man alive, period. Mm-hmm. And then you want my one-man fast breaks? Maxey. You don't need 4 other guys on the floor. Just put Maxey on the floor versus another team 5, and he's going to get up and down the floor faster than them. That's another component to the Sixers team that is so important for their success, the ability to find different ways to score. And I know, y'all know I love my guy. My guy's going to shoot the lights out the ball. He's going to be hit and miss sometimes in the playoffs because they're going to clean on him. But George Niang is going to be a floor spacer.
Oh, I like that.
He's going to be a floor spacer like you. He's going to give you a vibe of J.J. Redick, meaning he's going to occupy so much space because you can't leave him. That's going to give driver lanes for other people. But then you got Melton. Melton shooting above league average from 3. I mean, this team is built differently. And I know you should be skeptical. Everybody should be skeptical because we have to go with history has shown us.
Well, Ben Simmons isn't here anymore.
Bing. You want to see? I'm not going to say the person's name.
Pat uses Bing.
I mean, facts, though, but that's what it is. So we have guys that can score the ball. We have the guys that can defend, and we have some freaking toughness, and I love it.
So, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to get through both Milwaukee and Boston the way it's shaping, unless Boston continues to fall a little bit and you can battle out for that 2 spot. Why do the Celtics own the Sixers? The fact that I'd rather see the Bucks in a series versus the Celtics says a lot because Giannis is a big, bad man himself. Why do the Celtics just own the Sixers?
The Celtics, to me, have that guy, Al Horford, and he's an unsung hero on that team. He's only there because of Joel Embiid's existence. So his ability to guard Joel on the other end as well as space the floor. And then the other game, we played him last, he had 4 threes, I think, in like a 3-minute span.
Mm-hmm.
But we know on a consistent basis that's not going to be him. So that's why they bring in Muscala. They have other floor spaces. They're going to try to draw us away and go small versus the Sixers. But I think the way the Sixers have the ability to also go small to match when Joel's down the floor, playing PJ Tucker the 5, now I think the Boston has a problem with us.
Do you think that the Sixers have matchups along the way? Let's say they had to go through Spoelstra.
Okay.
Then you got to go through Milwaukee. Then you got to go through Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Sixers have the coaching edge?
Ooh, good question. I believe they do. I know everybody's great in history. But, Doc, first coach has listed 3-1 lead. I hear that. I know that. I'm a big component on what's going on now. You have to work with what you have now. And I know what Doc has had history in the past with doing certain things and kind of they lost 3-1 leads. I know that, and that's out there and put in the universe. But with that being said, Sixers have made some other additions on their coaching staff as well. They brought in some other guys. So it's not just Doc. It's a component of the whole unity of their coaching staff. But with that being said, you look at this roster, Like Maury and Elton Brand have to be sitting back in their chair like, we done our job. Now it's up to Doc and it's up to players.
Now, you talked about this being the most complete team and all.
Yes.
I think one of the biggest things also is they have a go-to. They have a go-to play, and that's that pick and roll.
Yeah.
And you can look at playoffs before and say, all right, when you need a basket late, just give it to Joel. That's fine, too, but we all know he's going to get double-teamed and what's going to happen there. That pick and roll, and talk about that a little. When you played in the NBA, that was the NBA, pick and rolls.
Yep.
You've seen it. You've played against it. How important is it for this team, and how unstoppable is it?
It's unstoppable. Why? Because you have the guy. Let's talk about the guy who's coming off that pick, handling the ball. That's James Harden. And when James come off that pick and roll, he's elite at shooting, scoring, and passing. That's hard to guard. How do you guard somebody like that? So you got to bring the attention to him. Meaning you can't just, we'll figure him out later. When he comes off, you got to double him. So what happens? He gets that pocket pass to Joel at the foul line. And the thing that Joel has improved so much on this year compared to previous years is his ability to slow the game down in his mind and not just score the ball, but make the right pass. And not just attempt to make the right pass, but get the ball where it needs to go. And then you go to the other components. This is the first time we haven't had specialists. We have guys on the floor that can play both ends of the floor. And I know George Yang is not a great defender, but he damn sure works.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, but he works. But he works his tail. You compare him to other guys.
Yes.
He's a rock star. He was here 2 weeks ago sitting in this chair, and I mean,
great guy.
He was a rock star.
I'm telling you, that's his personality. That's why I love him. Like, that's who he is. But then you look at everybody else. They have guys to play both ends of the floor. First time in history, the first time since the process, they've had a complete team where they don't have just a guy that's a shooter. We lost Matisse. Matisse was with us. We don't have a guy that's just a defender. We have guys that can do both, and I think that's so important.
Would you tinker at all with the starting five, or do you feel no need to? And the reason I bring it up is because you kind of need a little more scoring on the second unit, and you need a little more perimeter defense on the first unit. Would you tinker at all, or with like 18 games remaining, are you pretty set with what they are? Or did McDaniel starting that one night when PJ and Tobias were out give you a little bit of intrigue?
It did. You said it. It gave us some intrigue, and I said it on air. I called that. I said he's going to have a great game today. It's like, what do you mean? I said, because he was averaging double-figure points before he came here, and the way he plays, you don't need to call no points for that, no plays for him. He's going to figure it out. He's going to figure ways to score. That mentality fits in well. So I called that. I like that the Sixers have the ability to find different ways to do things. So start whoever you're going to start. You want to start McDaniel? You want to start Maxey? You want to bring Maxey off the bench? You want to start Melton? Bring him off the bench? You want to start George? You want to start PJ? They have so many different ways to create offense. That you have so many pieces. We're going to plug and play this guy. Now, I'm a big component of Montrezl Harrell and Reed, and I couldn't get why he would play Montrezl 5 games and play Reed 5 games, play Montrezl 5 games. But then after explaining to it, Doc explains to the person, we want to keep these guys fresh. We don't want to let one guy sit on the bench get stale. We want to play him fresh. Everybody's going to play this way. And now you see Reed, he's been playing great now. And he's been great. The biggest thing about Paul Reed I bring up is he's learned to slow the game down in his head. So now he's not being frantic. He's not on defense getting bad fouls, or offense he's not moving too fast and make career turnovers. He slowed the game down. Now he's contributing more. So now it's his time to shine. So as far as starting, I think Doc has the ability to pick. Let me put names in the hat. These are who I'm going to start now. And I think he's going to try.
So you think in a series he could tinker a little bit in game to game, or do you believe in setting the 5 and sticking with it?
I think in history showed me that I prefer to have a set unit, and the guys who's going to be rotation, have them set in their roles, because I think you flourish that way. But watching Doc plug and play, had me believe like maybe these guys are still fighting for rotation minutes. I don't know if he'll do that in the playoffs, but I think these last 18 games, I darn sure think he will tinker.
You brought up James Harden struggling in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's going to benefit him that he's not the number one option? Because those teams that he had to, he was it. He was the guy.
Yep. He was the guy. And you mentioned it. The game slows down. People lock in on the main guy. And I don't care how great you are. When you got 2 or 3 guys on you, like even when Shaq was the most powerful human being on the face of the earth, he still struggles sometimes. You got triple team. When you James Harden, you've been the 99% of the usage points for your team, it's hard to get off. But with this team, that's not the case. It's so much freedom for him I can get a bucket when it's my time, instead of him, I got to get this bucket. He's like, oh, Maxey, go ahead. Oh, Joel, go ahead. Oh, Tobias, you got something? Go ahead. Oh, I got some space to work now. I think that's so important for his overall success in this year's playoff, because I think that helps not just him, helps everyone around him.
So the narrowing of the rotation, which always happens come playoff time, we talked to Doc about it a couple of weeks ago. It can go from 10 and then narrow down to like that 8-ish number come playoff time. Do you, with what you just said, all the different things that Doc has, do you see it narrowing down with him, or do you think it's just going to be situational?
I think at 100% situational. I think every game, every team in every game will be matchup. How do we play? We want to go small. PJ, you're going to be that backup 5. Paul Reed, Montrez, y'all don't play. You know, we need more floor spacing. George Jane, you're going to play more minutes. McDaniels going to play more minutes. Like, I really believe – I don't think this year – I think this year it's going to be tough for Doc. If you go to every series, so I'm only going to play these 8 guys, I think it'd be hard for him to do that.
You know it from that building that while the Sixers have – it's been 22 years since they've delivered that second-round victory, but the crowd's there. Yeah. The fans are there. This is the time to reward – this is the time to reward them.
Yes.
This is the team, and it sounds like you're saying no more excuses. Let's get this done. This is the year to get this thing done.
It is. You said it. It's no more excuses. And like when I said earlier, like, you know, Maury and Elton is sitting off. Like, they're saying it's no more excuses.
Yeah.
We have a complete team. We have no special only do this. We haven't got only do this. We have a guys that can do everything we need. This is the best overall team for the way it's built for success. It's no excuse.
Make it happen.
It's none. Here's where roll.
Mark, you've spanned a while from playing to now covering to all of it. Joel Embiid, I continue to be amazed by him. When you think of centers in basketball, and forget like Wilt, just like kind of 1990 on type of thing, where is his talent rank for you at what you're watching? I see a guy that can score literally any way he wants on the basketball court, whether it's a fadeaway three-pointer, a post game, you know, just Euro stepping. How does he rank for you, just in terms of talent? Forget like best or greatest or all of that. Just as a pure talent, where does he rank from what you've seen?
So it's interesting you asked that question because I let something slip on the air a couple of weeks ago, and I get a lot of former players that you know hold me accountable. They text like, "Oh, Mark, that's creepy you said that," but I said I think Joel Embiid is the most skilled center in NBA history.
I find myself saying the same thing to myself.
I made that statement a few weeks ago, and I kind of hesitate before I say stuff.
I know.
Because I know my DM's going to blow up. But when I said that, like, it slipped, but I meant it. Like, Hakeem Olajuwon was so incredibly skilled. Patrick Ewing his touch was incredible.
Olajuwon was like a ballerina with those feet.
Exactly, but he was great with his feet. He could shoot the ball, great defensively, but he wasn't able to handle the ball like that. He wasn't able to take a guard out to wing and create a 2-3 dribble move to go by him. He wasn't able to step back, shoot the three. Like, his grace, and they're similar defensively. But Joel Embiid's skill level, and of course, up there with the big fella in Denver, Jokic too, but he can't, I don't think he can hold a cup of coffee to Joel when it comes to the other end of defense.
No.
But what you being and said, he's the most skilled big man in NBA history. And I let that slip on the air.
All right, so I'm not crazy.
And Coach looked at
me.
No,
you're crazy.
Coach looked at me like, I was like, oh, my bad. He's like, I know, Coach. I know, Coach. I know I'm about to get hammered. Amy's like, you better look at them DMs. I'm like, I know.
There you go. It is a great time to have Mark Jackson with us here as we talk some Sixers basketball. If there was one play, if we take Joel, Maxey, and Harden out of it,
okay,
one guy they can't afford to go down because it happens every playoff series. Some player goes down. If I take those three off the table, who's the player that would most sink them? If you have Embiid, Harden, and Maxey are off the table. One other player gets nicked up and misses 3 games of a 7-game series.
Tobias.
So you are that big on the.
I'm big on Tobias being an option. I'm big on him being that guy where Maxey and James have an off night. God forbid they have to miss a game. If you notice, every time one of them misses a game, Tobias has a great game.
Yeah.
It's just not enough. It's too many cooks in the kitchen. So when one of those cooks take a day off, Tobias like, oh, remember me? Tobias. That's my guy.
There you go.
Mark, we talk often about the recent playoff history, and it's probably the first part of a conversation when playoffs come up with the Sixers. Embiid knows all about it. He's been here. Harden hasn't been here for all of it. Maxey hasn't been here for all of it. How much does it carry over to players, to a team, on the history of the team, and you weren't there?
Great question. That's a great question. Let me tell you the truth about that. The truth about that is best when you have a team that's been in this situation where they've had second-round exits for eternity.
Right.
It's good to have new faces in here that haven't experienced that because they don't bring that old mindset from the previous years into this year. New guy, they weren't experienced all these years. James and Max, like, what happened to it? Oh, I wasn't here. I didn't worry about that. Now we got whole new mindsets, whole new guys in the locker room. So I know when they go in, when media go into the locker room before the game, say, "Man, y'all been exit, second round every year." Man's like, "Who?"
That was not me. Not on my resume.
I was referring to. So it's new, and to me, like, well, darn, what question we ask now? So it's new, and it brings a whole new enlightenment to the team.
Mark Jackson, will you come back and visit with us, please?
Always.
As the Pleskin. Mark Jackson, NBC Sports Philadelphia, join us. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being here. Hey, remember, no one does happy hour better than PJ's. PJ's great drink specials, $5 wings. You get a 5-piece wings for just $5 every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6. You gotta love your local PJ's. Check it on out. Zach Berman joins us from The Athletic. We'll find out, what do the Eagles know? And what does that mean for their plan for free agency? We'll get into it next. Our live studio audience is here as we do our Fanatics Open House. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. You know, there are a lot of appliances in your house, and one of them you probably don't think of as an appliance is your water heater. And your water heater, though, makes you have the hot water for showers, for laundry, for your dishwasher, washing your hands, or being able to shave. That's why I love Bradford White water heater, and that's why I think you need one in your house, because they deliver performance on a day-to-day basis, reliably, like a true pro. You know, though, you can only get Bradford White water heaters from plumbing professionals. Dependability, performance, comfort, and convenience. You will absolutely love a Bradford White. Your plumbing professional can point you in the direction of the best model to use. If you want a tankless water heater, they've got them. They got them all. Check out Bradford White water heaters. Find a plumbing and installation pro near you by visiting BradfordWhite.com, because how you heat your hot water, it matters. Check out my friends at Bradford White.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hello, Madame Dupree. I'm here for my fortune telling.
Come, gaze into my crystal ball. I see financial stability.
Nice.
If you switch to T-Mobile, because you can get their price lock guarantee, so they won't raise your rate for talk, text, or data ever.
Wow, ever? Verizon and AT&T don't have that.
And I see a free Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus and no trade-in required.
No trade-in? Hey, wait a sec. Do you also work at T-Mobile?
Well...
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus at T-Mobile, free on our Max plan when you switch. No trade-in required. Plus, you get our price lock guarantee, so we won't raise your rate for talk, text, or data ever.
With eligible port-in, $800 via 24 monthly bill credits and $200 virtual prepaid card rebate, plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credits. Stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Register prepaid card code within 30 days. Allow 8 weeks. Price lock exclusions like taxes, fees, select promos, and third-party services apply. Details at T-Mobile.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TIGER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text TIGER to 321-321. That's TIGER to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Drowning in IRS debt? If you can't afford to pay your IRS debt due to economic hardship, you can now be free of IRS collection efforts by taking advantage of a special IRS tax hardship program. This program allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent tax debt once and for all. In some cases, maybe even reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Simply dial 800-305-7036. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have years of unfiled tax returns, Help is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-305-7036 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-305-7036 to see if you qualify. That's 800-305-7036.
Just before I put away the tools and settled in to relax for the summer, Tom, my neighbor, challenged me to a yard competition. I mean, it wasn't spoken between us per se, but I could see the look in his eyes. But I'm not worried. I've got Lawn Doctor, and in no time, I'll be winning this subconscious contest. I just gotta sit back and watch the grass grow. You know, your lawn can be great too. All you gotta do is call Lawn Doctor and get a no-hassle quote today. Enjoy a greener, healthier, pest-free lawn with Lawn Doctor. Watch your back, Tom.
Fanatic fan favorites.
You know, nearly half of all small businesses were a victim of a cyber attack last year. Is your business ready for that challenge? Because unfortunately, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So be prepared before cyber criminals come after you. Protect your business now at shockit.com. That's shockit.com.
Fanatic fan favorites on 97.5 The Fanatic. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Philadelphia Union Soccer, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Friday morning on The Fanatic with the John Kincade Show and a live studio audience. Well fed by Nifty 50s.
It's a quality
this
breakfast
morning.
sandwich.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's good. We got Chief Dan in the house now, too. So Chief Dan's here. So if a fire breaks out, we're covered. So now we don't have to count on Grussman to save us. If anything were to happen.
Grussman wouldn't save
Dan,
us.
I trust.
Dan will take care of
Grussman
business
would
there.
light the fire.
It could be. He would say that. So I understand Fang has just gotten here, too. So Fang, the mascot of the Philadelphia Union, who I understand yesterday, we got to keep Fang away from Ms. Rhonda.
Yeah, so
Does she have a phobia?
She does not like
mascots.
Friends. Is it people in costumes?
Well, he's not a person in costume.
He's a snake.
He's a real snake?
He's a snake.
I'm a snake.
Why do you make him sound effeminate?
Well, okay, have you ever seen it? It's a very famous YouTube.
Thank you.
I'm a snake.
There you go. You're a snake.
I got you.
All right, and look who's here. Zach Berman's in studio for us from the Athletic. And we love getting to talk to Zach.
I just re-upped my Athletic subscription. It's a great service.
Isn't it great?
It is. Yeah, it's my favorite reading on the internet.
All right. Is that your favorite thing to read on the internet?
Well,
Zach
I
Berman?
only read about
Said
sports.
read. He didn't say look at.
Yeah.
Zach Berman joining us here. Zach, glad to have you here, buddy.
It's good to be here. I get confused with Mark Jackson often, so I'm glad you
We had to keep you separated.
Exactly.
We had to keep you separated. I'm trying to figure this out. From reading, by the way, I always say it, and I don't mean to just lump my compliments for you with all your peers, but coming from another major market, I am always amazed. The Eagles beat to me is as good a beat as any in the country as far as the top quality coverage we get here in town. I was reading you and Bo this morning, just going back and forth on some of the issues surrounding the Eagles. What I'm reading the tea leaves on is that, and hearing things out of Howie Roseman interviews he's done, everything, is that they do not know on today, March 10th, what Jason Kelce's doing. Do you believe that is the case? Do you believe they know what he's doing or not?
I think they have a sense, but I don't think there's a definitive answer yet. The fact that the season ended a little later kind of prolonged it, but Jason was in Indianapolis last week for the Combine. He sat down with Howie there. So I think they have an idea. I'm operating under the assumption that he's going to be back. I don't know if that's the case. Going into the year, I thought it was the last year. But these last few weeks, months, I kind of felt he was coming back. So I'm operating under the assumption that Kelce's going to be the center.
Because that $14 million, doesn't Howie Roseman have to know that by Wednesday? That $14 million bucks changes the plan. as far as what you're doing, plugging other holes, where you can shop. You're either at Big Lots or you're heading over to Nordstrom. Yeah. I mean, it's different.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to have a good idea going into free agency which way Jason's going.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a little better, Bobby.
So, Zach, we've thrown so many things out there. As John has a feeling they're going to make a big splash somehow. Do they, just get guys off of pluck some guys that have been cut and fill in here and there? Do they look to make an overpowering offense even more, exciting that way? Where do you think this is all going in a nutshell?
So they have 20 free agents, and Howie's preparing the fan base for the reality that a lot of them are going to go. That they're expecting comp picks. These guys are going to get paid. But it's not as if they're saying everyone's going, right? And they're going to make an effort to keep some of their top guys. And if those guys sign elsewhere, the Eagles are going to have money to spend, and they can look for, say, a defensive tackle replacement for Javon Hargrave and or Fletcher Cox, right? I think there are certain positions that the Eagles prioritize that they're going to make sure they go into the draft and into the season having a solidified core there, and that's the offensive line and the defensive line. Mm-hmm. It would surprise me if they don't have a pass-rushing defensive tackle presence, right, in the middle of that line. So whether it's keeping Javon, whether it's keeping Fletcher, or whether it's signing someone younger like a Zach Allen or a Draymond Jones, I can see them solidifying that. They're not going to prioritize linebacker. They're not going to prioritize running back. But if James Bradberry goes, and I assume James Bradberry is going to go, I think they're going to try to figure out cornerback, whether it's the draft or paying someone in free agency. Byron Murphy from Arizona is a guy I like a lot, 25 years old, ascending player. But I don't think the Eagles are going to be sitting on their hands. I think the Eagles are either going to keep their core guys or they're going to replace one or two of them with someone who costs money.
Zach, the Eagles rarely do what people think they're going to do. And since the start of kind of this draft process, whether it be Dane Brugler, your athletic co-part, or, a Todd McShay or somebody like that, there seems to be a lot of smoke surrounding the Bijan Robinson thing. Now, the Eagles spending a first-round pick on a running back is unheard of. It's something they wouldn't do. But there seems to be this consistent intrigue with him. Do you think that's something they're actually considering?
Not early. Now, I paused there because in the 2017 draft, they really liked Christian McCaffrey, right? They kind of viewed it as a different type of running back, someone who, if he had a WR next to his name, he'd still be a first-round pick, right? He was that dynamic of a player.
What did they have that year? 7th?
They had 14th, and they took Derek Barnett. They took Derek Barnett, and had McCaffrey fallen to 14, I think McCaffrey could have been that pick. That said, it would surprise me. It would shock me, frankly, if in the top 20, let's say, they took a running back. Now, that second first-rounder, I can see it there because the pool of players you're considering at 30 is comparable to the pool of players you're considering if it was 35 or 40, right? Early second round. And so I think for a contending team, that's fine. But early in the draft, offensive line, defensive line, cornerback. That's the way they'll go.
Is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, his goodbye on Instagram, does it mean anything to you? Do you still think they're talking?
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, in my experience here, teams and agents usually leave the combine with a general idea of what the market's going to be. I don't think he's going to be back, but it could be the type of thing where they see how the market develops, right? CJ and Jesse Bates are the top two safeties on the market. If Jesse Bates goes to a team that, let's say, Gardner-Johnson thought he might go to, it could change the marketplace there. So I think that they'll keep that option open, but my guess is Gardner-Johnson's elsewhere next season.
Now, as far as the Jalen Hurts stuff goes, we were talking earlier, waiting for market to be set, whatever it may be. I kind of threw the caveat out there of they can wait until after this year. Could you see us? I see your face.
Yeah.
I mean, a business move, yes. A good move to do, no. But any chance?
No. It would. Look, I hear you, and I can see it from the perspective of you have him cheap for one more year,
right?
Load up, but the price is only going up, and the Eagles would much rather sign him a week earlier than a week later, right? And so I think the ball's in Jalen's court here, right? I think when Jalen is ready to sign, I think the Eagles are ready to sign him. I was in Wilkes-Barre last night for the Maxwell Awards. Jalen was there. Sirianni was there. I mean, this is a love affair right now. Like the Eagles love Jalen Hurts. They want him as their quarterback for a long time, and they're ready to pay him.
So what's the holdup then? He's trying to wait out other people, trying to get more money?
It's a smart thing to do.
I think there's a few factors. You want to see how the market sets. It is a little early now. I think that I haven't spoken to Jalen about this, so I don't want to put words in his mouth. But when you see Lamar Jackson has a deal coming up, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jalen has leverage, right? Because he was a second-round pick, so he's on the 4-year contract. Those other guys, Burrow and Herbert, they have 5th-year options. The team has a little more leverage in those cases. So I think Jalen could and should operate his leverage at this point.
Zach, a ton of the defense has to be replaced, and there's a new defensive coordinator now, Sean Desai. He's apparently a master of showing man, going zone, showing zone, going man, and kind of keeping offensive coordinators on their feet. What's something maybe we're not thinking about, a new philosophy, style of player they might be looking for, or are things going to kind of stay the same blueprint of what it was under Jonathan Gannon?
Well, first off, I think the Eagles are appealing to this show because they're loading up with Temple guys on their staff.
That's a way to do it, baby.
To your question, I think it's going to be Vic Fangio-esque, right? Those principles, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's spread around the NFL right now. You see it. You saw it in Philly last year. You saw it with the Chargers. You saw it with the Vikings. Didn't really go as well there. But point being, I think the concepts will carry over. My sense coming back from the Combine is Nick Sirianni didn't think that the defensive scheme was a problem. I mean, they like their defensive philosophy. There's things they can tinker with, and I'm looking forward to getting a chance to know Sean Desai, hearing more, especially the year in Seattle, how that affected him, and some of the concepts he might bring from that Pete Carroll school. Because it's a cliche to say things are cyclical, but I remember covering the Eagles in 2013, 2014, when the big trend was that Seattle defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
What Gus Bradley was running. Yeah, and Dan Quinn was running, and that everyone wanted that. Now it's like everyone wants this Fangio defense that the Rams are running, the Chargers are running. So
that everybody here seems to hate.
Yeah, because they don't blitz. They do get 70 sacks. So that
but Buddy Ryan blitzed, baby. Buddy did.
Yeah.
I want to take you back to the CJ Gardner-Johnson stuff. So right before they made that trade, they restructured some contracts. Everybody was wondering, why are they restructuring these? What's the money for? Then they make the CJ Gardner-Johnson trade, and everyone just assumed that an extension was coming. And now it's fast forward 8 months later, and it's like there's no extension coming, and he's leaving for free agency. So what happened? Did anything happen? Was this always the plan if it was a 1-year rental? What, in your opinion, what went down?
Well, he played really well, right? So he built the market. I mean, the Saints traded him because they weren't able to keep him, and then CJ was even better with the Eagles than he was with the Saints. And a safety, he was not being viewed with the safety market then. It was more the slot cornerback market. Safety market's bigger than the slot cornerback market. So I think the way CJ played, and it's a credit to him. He earned more money there. I don't think the Eagles necessarily restructured deals for that purpose. They restructure deals that have the cap flexibility in case things happen, whether it's trade, whether it's contract extensions. And one thing I should point out is the Eagles typically try to give players in-season extensions. They went out of character last season for a particular reason. They were winning early. They had so many free agents at comparable spots, both their starting safeties, both their starting linebackers, a handful of guys who were 30 years old, whether it's Hargrave, whether it's Bradbury. If you pay one, how does that affect the other? So
Did that strategy cost them, though, in retrospect?
It could cost them now in terms of free agency, but
and one of those guys could have stayed.
But it helped them win 14 games, in their opinion. I mean, they thought it was a better locker room because in those NFL locker rooms, they all know what they get paid, right? And they all know when their contracts are up. And if you extend CJ, how does Marcus Epps take that? If you extend TJ Edwards, how does Kaiser White take that? If you extend Javon Hargrave, how does James Bradbury take that, right? There's a lot of human dynamics at play, and I think that's why they backed up in that case.
So you mentioned a lot of guys that they brought in just on the 1-year deals and plugged them and played them, and maybe it doesn't work out. Like Pat said, you don't get the extension, whatever. How viable is it that you can do that again? Is it? You think it's viable?
Yes.
No, can you plug and play? Are there guys out there? You don't have to be specific, but is it viable that they could do that?
I don't think it's as. I don't think that's the route they're going to go. They had the benefit of more cap space last year, number one.
Yeah.
And I think that they benefited from some market dynamics that were favorable for them. James Bradbury becoming available after the draft, for instance. C.J. Gardner-Johnson becoming available when he did. And I do think they're going to be flexible. One thing, Howie Roseman always emphasizes is that the offseason is not limited to the pressure points of the first week of free agency and draft weekend, right? That they can add players after the draft. They can add players during camp. They can add players at the trade deadline. So I do think they're not going to force an issue, but I don't think they're going to try to get by with Band-Aids, if you will. That said, they're very confident in their offense right now. Most of those guys are under contract for a long time, and I think they can figure out the defense in the draft and with some under the radar moves, if you will, and rely on their offense.
Their best part of their defense just might be their offense.
Well said, yeah. Especially when
you should write that down, Zach. You're a writer. You could steal that.
So is Bob.
Yeah, you could steal it from Bob there, though.
One of the things I haven't heard talked about a lot, and it's because you're about to lock up your franchise quarterback for a long time. What's the backup quarterback situation next year? Do they address this via another young player in the draft, or do they, think about keeping a Minshew, or maybe is there money for a Jacoby Brissett, Marcus Mariota type of guy? What do you think they ideally view that position as?
Fascinating question, because they claimed Ian Book off waivers last year as a developmental player, but this is an organization that really prioritizes backup quarterback.
Sure.
I'm not lying to you when I say this. I had a conversation with Jeffrey Lurie before the Super Bowl in 2018, and he was saying that he keeps a list next to his bed of things of kind of tenets of successful organizations. And one thing he added to that list was a backup quarterback who can lead your team, right? That's why they invested in Nick Foles. That's why historically over the past 2 decades, they've made bigger investments in backup quarterbacks
Jalen
than
Hurts.
other teams. Jalen Hurts. I mean, when they brought in Josh McCown before the season, when they signed Vince Young, that didn't work out. But this is a team that historically has prioritized backup quarterback. It would surprise me if they went into the season without a more solid answer, given the fact that Jalen's missed time the past 2 years. Marcus Mariota makes a lot of sense in that he played with Alex Tanney.
He quit on the Falcons.
You don't have to change the offense for him.
No thanks.
Yeah, Jason Michael, the tight ends coach, was the offense coordinator when he was in. I hear you, but look, for a backup quarterback, I think you can do a lot worse than a guy who's led his team to the playoffs.
Sure.
Zach Berman gives you great coverage in The Athletic, and we will check in with you after free agency begins next week. You got a busy week. You better relax this weekend. Nothing with the kids? Dragging you around? You got a lot going on?
Yeah, I'll be with the kids, but prepping for free agency. So, excited for that.
There you go. Zach Berman, ladies and gentlemen, from The Athletic. Thanks, Zach. We always love it when you come on by and join us. Ricky Bowe is warming up in the bullpen. He'll be joining us coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Plus, we'll have chances for our audience here to win tickets to Knockout to play on the Sixers floor. All coming your way. John Kincade Show, Friday morning, live here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, guys, I got to tell you, Bob Cooney here with the Tourney Outlook, brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. What's your outlook for the weekend? Well, for the tournament this year, there's just a lot at stake, a lot of teams in play. Can Kansas repeat? Bill Self has a little bit of a health issue. Maybe they're playing for their coach. I kind of like Marquette, a lot of people's Cinderella team. Keep an eye on them. Texas is my Cinderella team. I like them a lot. And if you're looking at the most talented team, it's probably Alabama, but a lot of people have trouble rooting for them, and you know why. There's so many things to look for. And this Tourney Outlook is brought to you by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Make your plan for an awesome weekend at Live Casino and Hotel. Play, stay, and dine at Live Casino and Hotel. Get lucky with Philly's hottest slot machines. Go all in on live action table games or bet on the bracket at FanDuel Sportsbook. Relax in luxury accommodations with views of the city skyline and indulge at one of the world-class restaurants. Only at Live Casino and Hotel. Visit livecasinophilly.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
This Fanatic Golf Report is brought to you by Parks Casino and Sportsbook, #1 rated in PA. Over recent years, with golf's explosion worldwide, countries like South Africa and more recently South Korea have sent a bunch of exciting young stars to the PGA Tour. Players like Sungjae Im, Tom Kim, and recent Players winner Si Woo Kim. Now it's Canada's turn. Keep your eyes out for these up-and-coming Canadian stars, including Corey Connors, Adam Hadwin, Nick Taylor, Mackenzie Hughes, and last year's winner of the RSM Classic, Adam Swenson. For The Fanatic, I'm Mike Rose.
Test your luck at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. It's Parks Casino's Lucky Leprechaun Sweepstakes. Beginning March 1st, earn entries for a chance at $10,000 cash. Now that's a big pot of gold. Other prizes include $5,000 cash prizes and up to $10,000 in free slot play. Earn entries and you can play the claw machine for a chance at $10,000 cash. It's the Lucky Leprechaun Sweepstakes, March 17th. Only at Parks Casino. This is how you win. Visit parkscasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem.
For the past decade, Rainbow Six Siege Esports has always suffered from declining viewership. Fans have begun to fear that the end days are near, and it's not without merit. Astralis, historically the best team in the league, announced their departure from the scene this week. While they just finished 4th place in the world this season, the Astralis CEO said the decision was due to the current state of the league. Will other teams follow suit?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Technology allows drones to deliver pizza. Here's mine now.
Approaching drop zone.
But to deliver powerful insights that are on target, you need more than technology. You need CDW to help transform and manage your IT environment with a Dell technology solution that lets you slice your data any way you want to accelerate innovation.
Delivering. Don't forget to tip.
Dell Technologies makes data-driven insights possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Data Center.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code KEY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code KEY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code KEY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. If it needs to be replaced, get up to a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with purchase of select Superstart batteries. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready, because Scott's is taking over Daylight Saving Time. It's such a big event that we're calling it Day-Long Saving Time. And now it's got real savings. In fact, it's the biggest deals of the year. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action and Easy Seed products today at the Home Depot and Lowe's. Offers available March 9th through 22nd at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact offers.
At the Home Depot, we know the world is a messy place. Keeping it clean takes science. That's why businesses everywhere have long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab to take on the toughest messes. And now, that level of clean is available for your home. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of professional-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs, so you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Finding new patients for your dental practice can be like pulling teeth.
If you are a dental professional in the Philadelphia area, we dare you to Google, who's the best dentist near me? If your practice does not show up on the first page of the search results, then you may be committing marketing malpractice.
For as little as $499 per month, BuildMeABetterSite.com will create and manage a website to ensure your practice shows up for new patients who are ready to rinse and spit. Visit BuildMeABetterSite.com for your free demo.
BuildMeABetterSite.com is a small business resource of 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Philadelphia Union Soccer, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, it's Friday. It's Friday at 9. You know what happens. Where is he? Where is he?
Dance,
Where
monkey.
is he? Oh, he's gonna dance. You know what? You've had a bad week. The bosses have had you on like 3 Zoom meetings. You're really not enjoying this week at all. And you know what?
I don't like them.
You're tired of it. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to walk into the boss's office today, and you're going to say, take this job and you can shove it. Everybody.
Is this new for Ricky? He looks quite uncomfortable.
There you go. It's Loverboy on The Fanatic. We knew he was showing up. Ricky ain't showing up.
It's like an ant finding food on the floor.
Ricky, you don't do that on the Best Show Ever?
No.
You don't bump and grind like that on the Best Show Ever, I take
You want
it.
some of that? You
I'll
can
bump
have
and
it.
grind, not on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Batalico from the Best Show Ever.
I have no trust in that little man.
Which is the thing. But it's unbelievable. The celebration has broken out that Chuck Fletcher is gone.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, he is gone.
A week after the trade deadline.
It just happened.
And then Danny Briere will take over as the interim general manager. He'll be interim. And every Flyer fan will go, Danny Briere's the greatest. This is so great. We got Danny Briere in there. I just did a scan yesterday of I took the top like 6 or 7 franchises in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
And the vast majority of franchises have an assistant general manager that has a more accomplished track record of being with a good team, knowing how good teams do things. What you do, you go to an organization that wins, an organization that is successful, and you take their second in command, and you put them in charge here, and you say, bring your best practices with you.
But Danny Briere, the reason why they did this is because he was going to go to Montreal.
Correct.
I mean, when you really think about it, a couple years ago, right?
Montreal had interest in Danny Briere.
Yeah, so now the Flyers had to have interest, and you put him in that job. You know what? Anything's better than Fletcher because he sucked. I'm sorry. That was probably one of the worst GM jobs I've seen in the city besides Matt Klentak.
So you let him have the trade deadline, though? This is what I don't understand.
That's what I don't get. Why?
Yeah,
there's no reason to let him take over a trade deadline.
Bobby?
Because they're not a good organization.
I mean, it just comes down to it. Like, when are we going to realize this? There are not, for all the players that say, I'm going to one of the top organizations when they get to go to the Flyers, all that stuff.
Good eye thrown in.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's just not, and it hasn't been, and we're
not a
fooling
long
ourselves,
time.
And there are still, and people that we love in the organization that are still drinking the Kool-Aid.
But how about the town hall thing? They didn't want the fans to boo. Are you kidding me? If I'm paying $5,000, $6,000 for season tickets, I'm going to air you out like there's no tomorrow.
By the way, I thought Coatsy got clubbed on your show like a baby seat.
I didn't club.
Now I know you didn't, but I'm saying this: Steve Coates was put in a crappy position.
Yes,
to stand up there and like, "Hi, everybody, you know Coatsy's energy. Hi, everybody, glad you're being here and everything," and they're pissed off, and they are pissed, and they want something. And though you can never tell fans,
they should have had JJ.
If you're going and having a town hall, the whole concept of a town hall is that you hear from the town.
Yeah.
You hear from the townspeople, and sometimes they come with pitchforks.
Well, is this just a pound of flesh to give there's a sell the team rally outside Xfinity Live tomorrow?
They're not worried about that. The sell-the-team rally.
You never know.
They're not worried about.
They're not a good organization.
This fan base is finally sick and tired.
How many people you think are going to be there?
I don't know, 100, 150?
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not worried about that.
But it'll grow. It'll grow, yeah.
If Bob says there's beers,
I'll be like,
Bob's
wait,
coming over.
Ice cold
who
beer,
are we
you're there.
firing? Who
I
are we
mean,
selling?
seriously, they're not worried about. If they've shown they have no interest, they don't care if 100 people show up and hey, we're mugging
why
for the
now?
cameras.
I want to hear why now.
Makes no sense.
It
really
makes
doesn't.
absolutely no sense whatsoever.
And you were saying, John, that people are going to be excited about Danny Briere. I don't think so.
Oh, I do. I think you're going to.
I don't think
I'm gonna put
anybody's
it this way.
excited about anything that happens that isn't a franchise-altering player. I think there's atrophy to the highest degree. They don't exist in my brain.
If you are running it, Comcast, if you are running an organization, go find an assistant general manager from one of the best teams in the league and hire them.
But that's not going to excite people.
Bring them in. I think it would. I think at least it would. No, I think at least would go, we are trying to model ourselves after franchises that have won.
You know what?
Franchises that understand
Connor
it.
Bedard, and that's about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you're 8th right now, I believe, in odds to be able to get that.
You literally have to lose out.
Yes. Do it.
No. No, you're 8th right now, chances. You could get that down to like 5th.
Yeah.
And by the way, 5th has gotten the number 1 pick. 4th has gotten the number 1 pick. I think 10th has gotten the number 1
But
pick.
they're on life support.
But
Yeah, they are.
Gauthier would do something for me.
Yeah, there's 3 players in the draft that would.
No, I mean Gauthier.
Cutter Gauthier.
Yeah.
He's already coming your way.
To that, John, I don't think there's anything this team can do right now that'll excite me.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They can do things. They can get draft picks, whatever. Until it happens, it's a wait and see. I'll love you when you show me more. I don't think it's going to be okay, if you try, I'm on board with
Look,
you. I really don't.
And Danny Briere may end up being a fine executive.
Exactly.
He very well might be.
Steve Yzerman is a great one.
Yeah.
Steve Yzerman was, but he cut his
he's
teeth in
still there.
Tampa. He went to Tampa, learned, then ascended, proved what he could do, then went home to his organization.
Danny learned under Chuck.
Yeah.
Come on. You can't learn from anybody better.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, at Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers who push beyond what's possible. It's healthcare rooted in care. Jefferson Health, uncompromising care. Ricky, how excited are you for this Phillies lineup, for this Phillies bullpen, most importantly?
The bullpen is a joke in a good way. I mean, you have arms that are throwing anywhere from 97 to 100 miles an hour, and I would say that's from 5th inning on. So, I mean, you got plenty of guys. And I think the reason why he did this, obviously you saw the Houston Astros in the World Series and how dominant their bullpen was, although they have really good starters to go along with it. But the reason why you back up all these guys nowadays is because you never know who's going to have that bad season. And if you have 5 guys that are back end guys, if one guy's having a bad season, okay, that's fine. Well, you throw him into the 6th inning.
Is Craig Kimbrell that guy? Because he's a guy like Lidge, where it's been great year, bad year, great year, bad. Like he had a bad year last year.
They're going to get him his saves. I'm telling you that much.
So you think he's going to be a 9th inning guy?
I think he's going to start in the closer's role.
Really?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
I agree with you because an older guy like that, and you know this, an older guy in the league who's done that pretty much all his life is save. Is it easy to take him out of that and say, oh, no, you're going to be a 7th inning guy now?
No, it's not easy to change backwards positions. It's easier to go forward. I mean, I've told you on your show, I love closing. I thought closing was the easiest job in the world because all you're doing is going out there and finishing the game out. And you know in your mind what the end result is. And when you're setting up, you don't know where to begin. Like, I used to be like, all right, do I stretch in the 6th? Do I stretch in the 5th? When's this guy going to use me? I have no idea. And usually – as a closer, you're like, oh, all right, I might get in the 8th, so I stretch in the 7th. I do my throwing with the outfielders in that inning, and then I'm ready to go. So, I mean, I like preparation-wise, closing 100% easier.
I can't stand bullpen by committee. I don't like it because of the same thing that I've always heard. Every reliever I've ever talked to says about getting comfortable in their roles. You can't have any roles.
Well, and you guys just said roles are, I think they are important. I
do.
I think, number one, when you come to the ballpark, you want to know what your situation is. You come to the park, what do you think these guys that are playing outfield don't know what positions they're playing and where they're hitting in the lineup? You've never heard Rob Thompson say, well, he feels more comfortable in the 2 spot. I'm going to throw him in there for a while. Yeah, there's a comfort zone, and what does that do? It relaxes you more.
Do you think this team, with the hitting the way it is, and it appears it's going to be, and then when Harper gets back, how do you handle this starting rotation? Are you easy with it? Painter in particular. First, let's start with that, actually. You've been around guys that have been hurt, whatever. What's the game going on here exactly in your head?
I think the game is they're trying to push him back now as far as they can.
The Phillies or his agent?
I think probably his agent, and the Phillies are probably on board with it. And the reason why I say that is when you look at what's going on, they don't want him to come back right now in the spring and be like, "Ooh, I got to get that fifth roll." You know what? You let him come back slowly. You let him get to where he needs to be slowly. And then if it's May, if it's June, fine.
All right,
What's wrong with just saying it, though?
Exactly.
What's wrong with just saying that?
Yeah, I don't know. You want my honest opinion? I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I think I've figured it out, and I think I'm exactly right.
Scott Boras is doing a lot
Scott
of
Boras
talking.
is telling the Phillies
that guy with a passion.
He's
He is
telling
a scumbag.
the Phillies let him sit in front of their dais. Which other organizations do not do.
Yeah.
Allow him. Hey, he's sitting there and everything. They're letting him call the shots, and I'm 100% convinced.
If it brings us people like Bryce Harper, I'm all for it.
Now can anybody up here explain to me how he's still an agent when he's working with the Players Association all the time?
I don't understand it.
He was in on negotiations.
Yep.
Somebody want to explain that to me, how that even works?
Keep that relationship good. That's all I care about.
Well,
as a fan of the team, like
Middleton's giving that guy enough money.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but the thing is, Andrew Painter, his decisions on Andrew Painter are the Phillies' responsibility, not his.
Yeah, it's fine.
They should be calling the shots. They shouldn't be saying, "Well, Mr. Agent, we're now bowing to you. What should we do? We're following your direction."
Most powerful man
it's
in
their
baseball?
team.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
He's their team.
Yeah, I honestly don't care.
I think Boras went, "Hey, guess what? Here's a contract for Rhys Hoskins, and then we'll talk about Painter guy."
Yeah, I think guarantee you there's some feelings about that going
no
on.
doubt.
You
only want to pay three of my guys.
Did you see his commercial for Rhys Hoskins? His little commercial he did on the microphone. It's like a 2.5 minute thing. You can watch it on YouTube. Rattling off his little all his accomplishments and all his
Turner
stuff.
had
and
something similar.
Let's get him. Yeah, let's
pretty
do this.
standard these
Yeah, but I
days.
mean, no, it's not. No, it's not one of the pre-produced ones. He just had a live microphone and he just went off on Rhys Hoskins, begging, pretty much saying the Phillies need to lock him down.
If you're Middleton, you just say, I don't do the internet.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. The right now, the Trey Turner influence is pretty. The positivity is pretty awesome. To watch Bryce Harper like gush about a guy like Trey Turner is awesome. Because to me, I love the association though. And he says he'll make Stott better. He'll make everybody better because he'll show them how to work. He'll show them how to prepare. He'll show them that every day matters. I love hearing that about Trey Turner.
Well, you want that. You want guys. I mean, think about this for a second, though. This team is very, very veteran. I mean, everywhere you look, there's veteran players. How many people actually need tutoring on this team?
Yeah.
Maybe 2, 3, and one of them's injured right now, who's the pitcher? Come on, this is exactly how you should build a team. You bring in all these veterans and you sprinkle in some younger guys so they get better in the future.
Is this the best mix of guys brought in and homegrown guys with this organization, and also adding on the talent that you've ever seen?
I think you'd rather see a little bit more homegrown position players.
Yeah, you have Bohm, you have Hoskins,
That's it,
Stott.
really. Stott, I guess Stott. Yeah. But I mean, you have to pay a lot of money the other way around. So I mean, I'm sure Middleton would love to see a homegrown catcher, a homegrown center fielder, a homegrown left fielder. But
balance things out.
They're just not that easy to find.
Are you confident in Derek Hall being the DH for the first half of the season here?
Wouldn't bother me against right-handed pitching.
Who else is
especially
his competition really?
Cave. They're saying I don't see that. I just don't see it.
That sounds like a reach.
They wanted Guthrie. I think that's the one guy they really wanted to step up, and he's having a really rough spring. So I don't know how much. I don't know what they take out of spring training anymore. To me, I thought spring training was crap.
Yeah. Is Scotty Jetpacks going to make this team as a bench player?
Oh, please.
No.
Is he?
He's not in the 40-man. That's an issue.
All right.
I mean, do I think he can?
Well, it seems like the reason I bring it up is it seems like the bench is wide open, and they're putting Sosa back up center field.
I was just going to say it depends on Sosa.
They're looking for that utility guy, and I don't know who it is other than Sosa, and he didn't play a good center when I watched it the other day.
But he can't hit 100. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying
somebody.
It's kind of the Achilles heel of this team that nobody's talking about is their bench and DH while Harper's gone.
And you're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
So you're putting fear in people.
It's not fear because I think the offense is so loaded.
I'm more scared if Scotty makes the team.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm
more scared of that.
He's already paid, so what does it matter, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
I guess I could see him coming out of spring training, but I could see him being released within a month.
Okay.
You know, one of the things I wanted, when Harper comes back and he can only DH, does that hurt this team in a way?
Yes. It doesn't seem like he's going to play outfield at all. From what he said yesterday.
we like for people who try to go a little deeper. Of course, you want that bat in the lineup. There's no question about it. I'm not saying that. But it also sticks you with Rhys Hoskins at first base all the time. It also sticks you with JT Realmuto having to catch all the time. It also sticks you with Alec Boehm not getting a break if he needs it.
And Castellanos having to play the field.
And exactly. And Schwarber having to play the field all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a hindrance there.
We're going to see a game plan from Thompson early in the season, and we're going to see how he uses that. I think that's the one thing that everybody should watch. How are you using the DH day? Are you using it as a day off for somebody? Are you switching it off so Rhys Hoskins is out of that position at first base? I think you're going to see a lot of that. I really do, and it's a good thing especially as fans to watch and see what he's doing. And then when Harper comes in.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's done.
9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. You can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to Bagster.com. There's something I wanted to ask a question about while you're here because it fits and it's not baseball oriented. You've said from time to time you were a fan of the wrestling. And Jamie, I think you were, right?
No,
wrestling. You never done the wrestling?
I feel like I'm on an island sometimes. I never got.
Bob, are you a wrestling fan at all?
I was. Yeah, I was. I dabbled.
WWE.
Oh, this is great.
Do you know this?
Yeah.
They are trying to get legalized gambling put on WWE.
Scripted events.
What the hell? All right, wait. If I'll tell you this, BetParks.
Don't say it.
BetParks, right? Yeah, it is.
Don't say
it. If it is, if BetParks starts accepting bets on WWE, I want to be able to bet on General Hospital. I can say, so when there's a murder mystery, I want to be able to go on and say, this person killed them.
Live betting on Parks.
Because if they're having scripted events.
Not a bad idea.
Are now having betting? Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. It's scripted.
Yeah, but I forgot who I was talking to yesterday. Said maybe it's like how many atomic bombs are thrown in the match.
Oh, like player props.
It does the match end in a figure four leg
Yeah, it's
lock?
great.
I don't know.
Jamie's gonna have another podcast.
Well, now I'm in. End result, I don't want to bet on. Now that you mentioned player props, let's party.
Atomic elbows, Bob. The atomic elbow.
How many rear naked chokes?
How many times do they get thrown against the ropes?
I mean,
how many tables are broken?
Because then
3.5.
Then the guys following the script in the ring could then have their best buddy go, all right, I'm 3.5, the over 3.5 atomic elbows, load up on it because I'm going wild with it tonight. They can't do that.
It's not going to happen.
They can't do that.
I think it's ridiculous. I really do. Come on. I mean, seriously. That would be like us having some kind of a plan for this show and coming on that we know the answer.
Us having a plan.
Hey, by the way, go bet on this because it's gonna hit.
Us having a plan would be enough that you could just betting on that.
That's true.
Enough.
This show is a disaster.
But I'll bet on anything. Like I could be at a wedding and be like, all right, how many cocktails is Cooney gonna have? I'll set the line at 8.5, and me and you could have. Yeah,
over.
Like right now we could say how many there you goes is John gonna drop in today's show,
there you go.
And then we could set the line. So
28.5.
There you go. There you go. You got it all set.
You just hit two right there.
You can set lines on anything.
You could fix anything.
Yeah.
That's why they can't do this.
But I bet it.
You cannot do it.
Yeah, but the thing that's
I'm in.
Yeah, well, they do the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
And by the way, they practice
know how long, right?
Yes, I've sat in on 3 of them.
I actually heard it. I was in Tampa for the Giants and Ravens.
Right.
We actually heard it, and a friend I was with started timing it at the Super Bowl.
See that?
And
so you were involved in corruption back in the day.
That's not corruption. I was at a tailgate party. That's not my problem.
Oh, okay.
That you could hear it.
Hey, you can hear Ricky Batalico every afternoon on the best show ever. We love you, Ricky.
You just put down your own show.
We love you on the best show. You guys named that show. I had nothing to do with it. They didn't ask me about that name.
Coach Camille named it.
Oh, really? Send your thoughts to Coach Camille on that one. Hey, Ricky Batalico, we love you. Thanks, Rick.
Big hand for Connor.
There we go.
He does
Connor,
a lot of good work.
Hey, the final stretch of the John Kincade Show presented by Stretch Zone. Your body deserves a good stretch, and you're going to get a great one at Stretch Zone. Book your free 30-minute stretch session today at stretchzone.com. One of our studio audience members is going to play versus a listener on the phones a little trivia game that we've got planned coming up, and that winner will get a chance to play on the Sixers court with us as we play knockout versus the Mavericks the night of March 29th. That's all coming up. Get on board. John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. We talked about the BetParks app there, the BetParks Sportsbook and Casino app, the official sportsbook of the diehard Philly sports fan. It's safe, it's secure, it's easy to use. You get the odds, the slots, the bets, and the table games right there in the palm of your hand. Now, if you're a new user, you can bet $10 and get $125 in sports bonus if your first bet wins. So you take the easiest bet on the board, bet the money line, you're going to get $125 in sports bonus to bet later on if your first bet's a winner. We already said it earlier tonight. Your hometown basketball team, Sixers, 9.5-point favorites tonight. I do not like the spread, but I love them on the money line. Live in-game wagering lets you be right in the middle of the center of the action. New users, bet 10, get $125 if that first bet wins. You got to be 21. You got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. New users and winning bets only. Terms and conditions apply. See BetParks.com for full details. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The Fanatic Knockout Tournament is back.
Oh my God. No way.
Ever dream of shooting hoops on an actual NBA court?
We have your chance.
It's 97.5 The Fanatic's Knockout Tournament.
Presented by Ferguson HVAC.
Listen all week for your cue to call and win.
Winners receive a pair of tickets to see the 76ers take on the Mavs Wednesday, March 29th.
And after the game, you'll take part in an incredible experience shooting hoops on an NBA court. Your chance to get into Fanatic Knockout happens all week.
Presented by Ferguson HVAC, your Delaware Valley Train heating and air conditioning distributor. Visit Train.com to find a Train HVAC dealer near you.
And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
This Fanatic Golf Report is brought to you by Parks Casino and Sportsbook, #1 rated in PA. Over recent years, with golf's explosion worldwide, countries like South Africa and more recently South Korea have sent a bunch of exciting young stars to the PGA Tour. Players like Sungjae Im, Tom Kim, and recent Players winner Siwoo Kim. Now it's Canada's turn. Keep your eyes out for these up-and-coming Canadian stars, including Corey Connors, Adam Hadwin, Nick Taylor, Mackenzie Hughes, and last year's winner of the RSM Classic, Adam Swenson. For The Fanatic, I'm Mike Rose.
Test your luck at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. It's Parks Casino's Lucky Leprechaun Sweepstakes. Beginning March 1st, earn entries for a chance at $10,000 cash. Now that's a big pot of gold. Other prizes include $5,000 cash prizes and up to $10,000 in free slot play. Earn entries and you can play the claw machine for a chance at $10,000 cash. It's the Lucky Leprechaun Sweepstakes, March 17th. Only at Parks Casino. This is how you win. Visit parkscasino.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem.
For the past decade, Rainbow Six Siege esports has always suffered from declining viewership. Fans have begun to fear that the end days are near, and it's not without merit. Astralis, historically the best team in the league, announced their departure from the scene this week. While they just finished 4th place in the world this season, the Astralis CEO said the decision was due to the current state of the league. Will other teams follow suit?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Technology allows drones to deliver pizza. Here's mine now.
Approaching drop zone.
But to deliver powerful insights that are on target, you need more than technology. You need CDW to help transform and manage your IT environment with a Dell technology solution that lets you slice your data any way you want to accelerate innovation.
Delivering. Don't forget to tip.
Dell Technologies makes data-driven insights possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Data Center.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code KEY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code KEY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code KEY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. If it needs to be replaced, get up to a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with purchase of select Superstart batteries. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding new patients for your dental practice can be like pulling teeth.
If you are a dental professional in the Philadelphia area, we dare you to Google, who's the best dentist near me? If your practice does not show up on the first page of the search results, then you may be committing marketing malpractice.
For as little as $499 per month, BuildMeABetterSite.com will create and manage a website to ensure your practice shows up for new patients who are ready to rinse and spit. Visit BuildMeABetterSite.com for your free demo.
BuildMeABetterSite.com is a small business resource of 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, and we got a live audience with us. And these people know that no one does happy hour better than PJ's with great drink specials and $5 wings. Hope you knew that.
I like happy hour.
5-piece wings for just $5 every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Gotta love your local PJ's.
I did a little afternoon happy hour yesterday by myself.
Oh, you wild man.
By yourself?
Watch a little players.
Wait a minute, by yourself?
Yeah,
Really?
I got like a 2-hour window for some freedom of the girls.
Wow.
Did my errands. It was an improv.
Wait a minute, you did your errands?
And then, this is what my day consists
Do you
of.
wear your yoga pants?
Well, they are Lululemons. They're quite comfortable. Thank you for asking. But man,
you and cousin Matt, he
knows what's up.
The only men I know wearing them.
Well, that's because we respect our undercarriage and we want to take care of them with the proper pants.
I get somebody else to take care of me.
Yeah!
You're not getting Chief Dan into Lululemon.
Well, I try him on, Dan. You won't go back.
Manly men aren't doing that.
It's all about comfort.
Doing that.
And
give me the Levi's.
but an hour and a half at the bar watching sports.
You love
alone,
that, yeah?
I would have loved to experience that with you.
Oh, it was great.
Now, Pat, I understand your angry typing fingers were busy.
They weren't angry typing.
They're not?
They were fact typing.
Are they joyful typing?
Whatever typing, I don't know. They were furiously typing, I guess.
They were furiously typing?
No,
How are you feeling?
This move
He's
was
not a journalist. He gets to just be Pat.
4.5 years of trash. Like, that's what he did to this organization.
Chuck Fletcher fired this morning.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. The dude sucked. The dude was absolute garbage at a job. Like, he was trash.
Get his
and
ass.
the fact that he was allowed to be the GM during a trade deadline when he botched it and fell asleep at the wheel, and then you fire him a week later?
But
that
Pat,
makes
Torch
no
said,
sense.
What do you want him to do? He tried.
And, like, look, Torch has to stick up for him. I get that. Like, deep down, Torch knows. Like, that, like, I'll give him credit for going through the town hall, because I would have called out sick. At that point, you, like, don't even show up. Just say you've got Legionnaire's disease. But he showed up. He got booed, rightfully so.
Legionnaire's disease getting quite the chuckle in here.
Yeah. Legionnaire's disease is
a lot
back.
of play today.
It's
Did you
on
research funny diseases before you came in?
No, that's one of the funniest. Absolutely.
I mean, it's pretty
fun to say. Legionnaires.
Jamie Lynch is here with the BetParks Sportsbook Daily Odds Pod.
Yeah, that pod does not have Legionnaire's disease, but
No, it's very good.
check it out. Yeah, throw me a subscription. We have a good time talking about all the daily topics.
You're not charging for it.
No, and I took
Wait,
the
it's
blame.
free?
It is free.
It is
Pat.
free,
Yeah.
Pat. You should listen.
I was
It's
paying
fun.
for it.
Wait a
Well, that was
minute.
just direct Venmo.
Pat,
I was Venmoing you.
Pat, you clicked on one of those bad links. You didn't
trying to
watch
help
the.
him out. I was
you
sending
didn't
him
do the
Venmo.
continuing education.
Every time I downloaded one, I sent him 37 cents.
You didn't see the cats when you downloaded in the bad.
You can
the
help a
bad
child
link.
in need by subscribing
I
to
could
the
help
Daily
a father of two in need.
Connor Thomas, we had a winner.
Yeah, we did.
We had a winner.
My man Lou back there, Louis Dietrich.
Lou Dietrich's going to play a knockout. Now wait, now Lou gets two tickets.
Hold up, he's a ringer because he's a high school basketball coach.
Oh, is
he? That was not fair. That was not fair.
No, he won by a drawing.
Price hoop.
Okay.
Like, it
I
was-
mean, wait, that's a Fisher Price hoop?
Yeah, it's a
I
legit.
thought that was regulation size.
Pat thought he grew during the break.
I got all pumped. I could finally dunk.
Okay, so back to it, Connor.
Yes.
So Lou wins.
Yes, Lou.
So he's win tickets to. He's going to be going
March
to see
29th,
Sixers and
Mavericks,
Mavs,
Sixers, and he's going to play on the court after.
and he's going to be on the court playing knockout. He could be a winner. Could end up
On
being
his
a winner.
birthday.
On his birthday.
Sweet.
That works out
awesome.
great.
Lou's birthday, everybody.
There you go. Hey, Lou. Great stuff.
Frank's dad's here.
No, on the
I haven't seen
29th.
that guy in like 12 years.
That is
I love you,
great.
Dad.
Gotta love that. So,
I got to bring something personal up a little bit. I just got screwed.
Ooh,
what?
Tell me more.
It wasn't that. It wasn't
Could
that
be
long
fun.
a break.
Was it the backseat of a Volkswagen?
What was his name?
So Lou. So
his
I
birthday.
got an anniversary coming up on Monday, right?
Yes.
So yesterday, I called this real nice restaurant that we hadn't been to. And no, I didn't call. I'm sorry. I went online and I made reservations.
Take Donna
Correct,
out for a
correct.
nice seafood dinner.
So they
Olive
ask
Garden.
for your credit card when you do it. All right, no problem. Boom, I do it. I just got a text from my wife last break. Did you go out to dinner or something at blah, blah, blah? Because it's showing up on our credit card.
What?
Well, no, this is on you, bud. This is on
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Who's the violation?
We
I
used
swear
to
to
be
God,
friends.
shut up.
I grinded on you.
I want to throw
30
my-
minutes ago, I was grinding on you, and now you're mad at me for speaking the truth?
I'm mad at
we
you
used
because
to be
you grinded on
We
me.
used to be friends.
Not like
you
that.
used to like it.
Who's
No,
the
but
violation on?
Yeah.
No. Because the restaurant's holding a charge saying if you're taking a table, it's a nice restaurant. You're taking a table. You're making a reservation. They've got your credit card held. For that amount.
Then dock
Why show it?
Shouldn't charge.
But dock them if they don't show. Don't charge it ahead of time.
Yeah.
But there's
Don't
no
hold
charge on there. It's just zero. It just shows that I gave my credit
They
card.
don't charge it. They just hold it.
This is why you should have a separate account.
Way you do
Like,
that.
you know that Donna checks your accounts like every 20 minutes.
I didn't think that something was going to show up on the account saying that I just made a reservation.
No, and I understand that, but like you should have your own account so you can have this not happen.
Wait a minute.
Don't tell me.
Didn't you enter your credit card to
I'm
make
trying
the
to help
reservation?
you. I'm trying to
Yes.
help you, Bob.
No.
I love you.
There you go. That's good. All right, Connor, what are we doing here? We're gonna play a little trivia on the
Right now, Pat and Bob are arguing about something.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get this car back on the road here a little bit. What do we got?
I'm gonna have a seat right here. So we're gonna do a little. What do you say we give away more knockout tickets?
All right,
That
let's
sound
do
like
that.
fun? You guys like that?
All right.
We're gonna have to beat callers though. I'm rooting for the room, but we're gonna have someone on the phone lines. We're gonna have someone in here. You're gonna have knockout trivia.
So do we have our caller on the line, Matt Menard? Do we have somebody on the line, or do I have to get
anybody on the line?
All right, then we need one.
We need people to call in. So 610-632-0975.
Okay, that
You cannot
person.
call from in the room. No,
They cannot call
Yeah,
from
it's a
in the
bold
room.
move, yeah.
That is sort of a bold move, though.
How about while we wait for the caller, let's select who's going to play
Yes.
in here.
All right,
we got
let's
a
do it.
box. Let's hope the handwriting is better than Jack's back there. Who,
My gosh.
last name we still don't know.
Jack writes like the Unabomber.
We've got Cheryl is going to play.
Oh, Cheryl's playing.
Got you. We
All
got
right.
a hyphenated last name. I'm going to leave that one alone. So I'm going to come over here to
Cheryl's
Cheryl.
got the hyphenated last name.
All right.
Cheryl has got, and Cheryl knows nothing about sports. So then I'll let since
We'll
it's
help you.
Okay.
since it's a sports trivia game, I'll let you hand off to. Do you have somebody you
you
like?
have one
Cheryl
alternate.
shirt.
All right, they're gonna hand off.
Oh, you're pointing
Which
to two
one?
people. We got
No, only
they got
one.
arm wrestle for it.
You got to pick one. All right, there we go.
Oh, how many people's birthdays are in this month?
We have another birthday.
All right.
All right, who is
All right.
Cheryl handed
So we
off
got
to,
Rob.
Connor?
So Rob, I'm going to hand the mic off to you. Yeah, you're all set. And once we get someone on the line,
Yeah, we got
just answer John's question.
Mike on the cell.
I'm rooting for Rob.
Mike, how are you, Mike?
What's going on, John? How you doing?
All right,
man?
Mike, you're going to be playing against
Rob.
So it's Rob versus Mike, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our listener here in the studio first, okay? So just hold on to the line. And with it, if one of you misses the question, the other person can steal the question from you. So we can't have yelling in the audience or anything like that. And so nobody can be helping here on the stage either.
Go get stoned.
Okay? So there you go. All right, I'm going to ask you. I'm asking the first question here. You ready, Rob?
I am.
What foreign country did the Flyers beat in 1976 to prove they were the best team in the world?
Russia.
Very good. Soviet Union, I'll take it. All right, it's 1-0. All right, now we're going to go to Mike.
All right.
Mike, which Flyers goalie scored a goal?
Oh, man, I'm not a hockey guy.
Neither is Chuck Fletcher.
I have no.
Okay.
I have no. Bernie Braun.
No, Bernie did not. Do you want to steal it, Rob?
I do. Hexy.
Hexy scored. It's 2-0. This is getting dangerous.
Didn't Hexy have 3?
Three?
A playoff
I thought he had
goal,
2. I thought he had 2.
Really? At least 2.
All right.
Not
I
3.
dropped
Two, one in the
All right,
playoffs.
Rob, let's do this. Who did the Philadelphia Union lose to in the MLS Cup Finals last year?
Oh, that's tough.
Give you 3 more seconds. All right.
All right, so
now we'll go.
So Mike dropped off. I accidentally clicked the button. So this is going well. It was an accident. It is a violation, and I'm probably going to get fired for it, all right? This isn't going well. We do have Tyler on the cell. We can go to
All right, Tyler. Who did the Philadelphia Union
trying.
lose?
You apologize to Mike.
I apologize.
Tyler, who did the Philadelphia Union lose to in the MLS Cup Finals last year?
Is it the Galaxy?
No. They did lose to Los Angeles, but it wasn't the Galaxy. It was the LA Football Club, which is the stupidest name
Yeah, they're a bunch
ever.
of losers.
All right, so
Nerds.
all right, let's go. So we go back to the phones for this question,
Okay,
right?
so I'm.
You're going to confuse
You're keeping them
Pat.
on the line.
Okay.
Okay, just leave them on there.
Okay.
Leave them alone. Who is the caller again?
Still Tyler.
Okay, we don't need to touch any buttons. We're good.
Mike's
He's good.
gone.
All right, Tyler.
Listen to Preston and Steve.
Tyler, what trophy do you win if you win the NBA championship?
Just Googling quickly.
You got 3 more seconds. Rob, do you have the answer? What trophy do you win if you win the NBA championship? He's wearing his Sixers gear. He couldn't have any more. It's the Larry O'Brien trophy. You did this.
By the
All
way,
right.
who is Larry O'Brien?
Yeah, he was the commissioner of the
original
NBA.
commissioner? Okay.
How about this? Who was the World Series MVP, Rob, in the 2008 Phillies World Championship?
Cole Hamels.
That is correct. All right, we got one chance here, one chance to try to send this thing off here. John F. Kennedy and his brothers thought about buying a Philadelphia sports franchise back in 1962. Which team was it, Tyler?
So many jokes are going through my head.
Yeah, really.
Philadelphia Athletics.
No, it was not. Rob, you want to do it for the win, just to put a big spike on it? It was not the Athletics. They were gone by then.
This really caters to our younger demo.
Philadelphia Firebirds.
It was the Eagles that they wanted to buy. Hey, Tyler, thanks for playing with us, though. But, Rob, you're going to win the ticket. You're going to be there for knockout. So you wear all your Sixers gear.
That's a good game, man. Luka and Kyrie.
Rob had to be like 14 collars to win those tickets, too.
Oh, my
Crazy.
gosh.
Congrats.
That was great. Good job, buddy. So we'll see you. The March the 29th versus the Mavericks, and you get to play knockout down there on the court afterwards.
On the court.
So they're going to try to knock out Jamie Lynch this year.
Well, Jenna will do that for him.
Yeah.
Because Connor last weekend, I love listening to Connor and Tom Sunday mornings. And if you don't listen on the weekends, Connor does a great job Sunday mornings, 9 to noon with Tom Albert. And Connor was saying last weekend, people target him. Other people here.
They do. You're doing it right now.
Other people at the Fanatic, other people at the Fanatic don't get targeted during knockout. That's why he gets knocked out.
I didn't say that.
Because people target him.
Oh, is that right?
Because he
I didn't
gets
say-
targeted.
Now, listen, I didn't say other people don't get targeted. I say I talk so much about my athletic ability that people enjoy knocking me out. So that makes it difficult to play knockout.
I've wanted to knock you out before.
Exactly.
By the way,
I don't have the
knock him out right now.
I don't have the ability.
By the way, Knockout is brought to you by Ferguson HVAC, your Delaware Valley Train Heating and Air Conditioning distributor. Visit Train.com to find a Train HVAC dealer near you. Jamie, did you find that, the desire to knock out Connor, that was the agenda of playing knockout?
I mean, if I see him in front of me, I'm definitely going to want to knock him out.
You do that.
Yeah.
Point proven.
Yesterday,
I'd want to knock out every person in front of me.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Connor was saying, Bob, what was the athletic assertion yesterday from Connor?
So there was a guy in spring training, a good pitcher, Chicago White Sox.
Dylan Cease,
who pitched 2/3 of an innings, 2/3 of an inning, maybe.
Of an inning.
6
Singular.
hits, 11 earned runs.
I could do that.
4 walks. I said to Connor, if you pitched a spring training game, an inning, would you have a better outlook than that? Would you have a better stat line than that? And he said, no question about it.
He said no question about it. So.
Jamie doesn't agree.
I had the same reaction, James.
Wait.
I'd be lucky to get an out.
11 runs.
Connor, we got a former college pitcher back there in the back row.
He's going to back me up. I know he is. 'Cause he has a
we're
brain.
going to see if he does this.
He was D1 too.
And he was St. Joseph's University
Let's talk to Lululemon.
pitcher. Matt Morella in the house.
Tell him I'm not crazy.
Yeah, the Morellas wear
He's
Lululemon.
giving
number.
up more than 11 runs.
Yes, I'm
also
back
gonna
on the
give up
Matt
more-
train.
I would give up more than 11 runs in my prime. I would say that.
So there you go. It was
See, the issue here is he doesn't have enough confidence in himself. That's the problem. We're going to work
you
on
have
that.
enough for both of you. So,
you have enough for both.
I'll
Imagine
lend you some. We'll
imagine
break
if
even
St.
then.
Joe's had recruited you. I mean, imagine that, Connor. The confidence you'd have.
Yeah, they called me. My phone wasn't working.
You'd be wanting the fifth. You'd be wanting the fifth starter spot in the Phillies.
I was busy on the phone with the Yankees.
You
so
would
it cost too much.
get rocked, dude.
You'd get rocked.
I
by
would get
these
rocked.
guys.
I wouldn't give up 11.
Come
That's what I'm
on.
telling you. You know how hard it is to give up 11 runs in
What
one inning?
planet? I think we know where the smell came from. that weed smell. I
I
think we
spent
know.
last break in the van.
Yeah, it was Connor. You were so delusional. It's amazing.
Hey, listen, prove me wrong.
How many guys in your D?
Prove me wrong.
Pat, call the
Get
Phillies.
a team to sign you so you can get shelled?
Yeah, go for it.
But you're not that good.
Pat, call
We
the
don't know
Phillies. Call the Phillies and get it done, Pat. See?
How many guys in your D3 conference went pro?
We had 4 or 5 while I was
And how many actually made it to a big league club?
We've had 3 guys debut from the time I was there.
That's not that bad.
All right, I expected worse.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
I mean, D3, you can make. Nick Markakis was D3.
Billy Wagner was D3.
It's not unheard of.
Yeah, I know.
But Connor? Oh, no shot.
Bob's face during these conversations is the best.
Bob agreed with
Because I can't tell if Bob's. I can't tell. Bob believes it. I think.
Face. I was thinking this out. Like you guys, who a lot of times just and I'm thinking. I'm a deep thinker.
You
Yesterday, John, I was on
cerebral.
Connor's side because of the times that we see positional players go in, and yeah, they get trashed and stuff, but they don't give up 11.
They don't tend to.
Well,
yeah.
because the offense is also kind of take it easy at that.
Yeah, they want to get out of there.
Yeah, but spring training is the point. They're also taking these.
There's guys fighting for jobs there.
I mean,
You're screwed.
It is. Now the Sixers with 2 games this weekend, Bob.
Yeah.
Home Portland, home Washington.
Yeah.
You love the Sixers tonight, but the 9.5 is Jamie and I are both suspicious. You're the guy who always tells people be suspicious first game back from the road trip.
First came back from a road trip is usually a reason for cautiousness in my book, yes. The 9.5 is a big line. If it was down to 6 or somewhere around there, I'd have liked the Sixers tonight. 9's a lot.
I like them to win, but not cover.
The one way you may go if you think they might cover is Harden didn't play last game. He's rested. He's good to go.
That was just load management, right?
That was load management. Yeah, no question about it. The question is, Embiid just played back-to-back. Embiid played a lot of games. Is he out tonight?
Nah, he'll play.
So you got to keep an eye on those type of things.
I think Sunday's Embiid's day off because that's the Wizards, right?
Wizards.
Yeah, I think Dame he goes Friday night.
Well, so you do that Friday night crowd.
I'm playing
reward
everybody
them.
pretty much for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I was even a little surprised they held Harden out the other night. Turned out to be the right move.
I think you have 2 more or 3 more back-to-backs, though.
Yeah.
Which is just stupid. The Sixers got screwed with the schedule.
Yeah.
In a big way down the
Good.
stretch.
I mean, they need to harden up.
Yeah, but they won't play back-to-back.
I didn't even mean to do that.
They won't play back-to-back in the play. They have a back-to-back next Friday, Saturday. Back-to-back the following Friday, Saturday, and then a back-to-back last week of the year, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
That's terrible scheduling. And by the way, we talked about it with you before. We're not stumping for the Sixers. Part of the reason they play all these back-to-backs is because of the arena deal. Is because they're third in the pecking order.
Yeah.
So they don't get to call their shots.
I understand why they want to own their own building.
Absolutely. Why they would
When
want
you're
to do
getting
that.
bumped by Moana, it's a tough day.
Okay, what are we?
Joel Embiid's getting bumped for Maui.
And the thing you got to watch out for, starting tonight, the Celtics play 9 of their next 12 on the road.
Good.
So they have to go in there. Now, they may have broke out of that slump a little bit the other night with their win against Portland at home to snap a 3-game losing streak. But keep an eye on them. That's what you got to do. You got to get to that 2 seed.
Yeah, if I'm the Sixers, 2 seed is the goal.
Absolutely.
So you do want that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then you want Miami or Atlanta in the first round?
That's fine. I'm not worried about the first round. I'm worried about the second round, and either of those 2 teams are behemoths, and I'd rather have the home court advantage.
I'm with you on that.
Pat?
Even though they're a good
Miami
road team.
doesn't bother you?
Not this season. Not overly. I mean,
Okay,
they're
if I said to you
they're well
right now,
coached, though. I mean, they're very well
How
coached.
about this? Here, I'm going to tell you. If they play Miami, I'm going to say there is zero chance it's not a 6-game series.
That's fine.
Zero chance.
That's fine.
Not 1%. They're going to lose 2 games of that series.
I don't want to sound like the overgeneralization guy, but every team should worry you going in. And you can have different reasons for it. If you get the Knicks in the first round, my God, they just got done.
Oh, yeah, the Knicks have been good. Now they've lost 2.
And they didn't even have Jalen Brunson playing. If you go to Atlanta, well, is there recency memory about that, about what happened when you went against Atlanta? Trae Young usually plays well against the Sixers. You can go down all those things, and that's justified. You have to be worried. You can't go in with the attitude we have, oh, I don't care about it. No, the Sixers have to care about everybody. Everybody's going to pose some kind of an opposition to you.
And have a 7th game at home in that second round should you need it.
Yeah.
To be able to have that. You look at that. You guys look at that as the bigger one there.
Every little bit helps.
If I told you I looked in a crystal ball and by Monday's show, Monday morning, there would be a signing by the Philadelphia Eagles, a re-signing of one of their players.
Javon Hargrave. Are you asking who I most want?
No.
Oh.
Who would it be by Monday? I think there would be zero chance it's Hargrave because he's going to get people bringing flowers and candy.
I think Marcus Epps is the most likely.
I was going to say that.
Is that your thinking?
Yeah, Marcus Epps, I think, because it'll be cheaper and it's a need.
And you lock him down.
Yeah,
and you give something going forward.
A contract that we'll all look at and go, oh, okay.
Zach Berman concerned me, Pat. Hearing Zach.
Concerned me, too.
Yeah, it concerned me because they don't even have like an idea of the veterans that are coming back on their own sort of option. I just don't like.
I think BG and Kelsey are locks.
Me too.
So you think they're locks?
Yeah.
If they're playing, they're playing.
Okay, why is that not doing what you did the last Super Bowl?
Because they had good years.
Yeah.
Really good years.
I mean, Brandon Graham's coming off a career year, and Jason Kelsey's an All-Pro. So it's hard to find the negative on bringing them back.
No. I get it. I want
Jason.
I want Jason Kelsey back because I want this offense scoring 30+ every game. This team scores 30+ every game. They're going to win 12 games minimum.
And Brandon Graham's a rotational piece. He's not a starter anymore. So it's not like you're really going out on a limb there.
Like last time, you were bringing back like broken pieces like Jason Peters and Darren Sproles and
Nigel Bradham.
Yeah, and now you're bringing back all pros.
Alshon,
yeah,
you gave him the extension.
Yeah, you're bringing back all pros,
which makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Which is good. We love our studio audience and we love our listeners on the radio too. But we thank you so much for coming out today.
Yeah,
and the big announcement: every single month, first Friday of the month, John Kincade Show will have a live studio audience right here for open house. Next month, it will come the day after the Phillies home opener.
Ooh,
which will be Friday, April 7th. For you. We will have a live show on Cinco de Mayo in front of the studio audience.
I think we should have a live show on April 21st, too.
You mean April 20th?
You mean
April 20th, I mean.
Yeah, that would have
been better.
No,
so close.
No, somebody.
Just one day.
Bob's a little off.
I'm cool. I like the weed.
He had the joke.
Hello,
He's a little
fellow
close.
kids.
Hello, kids.
All right, Jamie,
You
love
on the weed too?
Thanks, Connor. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Grussman.
Smoking
We
that
love
Mary
you.
Jane.
Thanks to Matt Menarek, Stat Menarek.
And thanks to BetParks, John, for bringing me.
We love it. We love BetParks, too. And thanks to Haley, too. Remember, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partners, H&H Heating and Air Conditioning, and make a donation to the AACR, the American Association for Cancer Research today. Do it for the loved ones in your life. Fight cancer. Cancer research saves lives. We'll be back Monday at 6 a.m. again. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Cuz Radio's coming your way next. Thank you so much.
Just say more. What? Oh, I got to read it. I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead, Bob. Say more.
That's what I was trying to say. Imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. Well, you get that with FanDuel Casinos. Play it again. Get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite table games and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated online casino app. So many things you can do with the weekly and the daily promotions. You get a live dealer, and Alyssa, yes, they have an in-class customer support team that can help you if you have any problems 24/7. So sign up for FanDuel Casino with FanDuel.com/Bob today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's FanDuel.com/Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Must not have previous placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Now,
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it!
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we know the importance of giving our clients more. More experience, more results, more than 800 lawyers ready to fight for you. Need more reasons? We have recovered more than $15 billion and have more offices nationwide. But don't take our word for it. Check out any of our more than 28,000 five-star Google reviews from our clients. So, if you've been injured at work or in a